Yeah, people. Sorry, it's been a total shit show for me today with this laptop and the Wi-Fi all going wrong. Pete Tong today. Sorry about all this lateness being on, and I had it all prepared pretty good today, and getting a load of shit, to be honest. Never rains but it pours for us poor Brentford fans at the moment. Anyway, I'll be with you in a minute. I'm obviously on the logo at the moment, but I'll be with you live soon. I'll be on the screen. Sorry, people. And I'm putting the link in the chat, by the way, if anyone does want to join, anyone else. So hopefully nothing will go wrong. And I'm not even getting echo or anything. Apparently there's been a bug to do with on Chrome, on Android, and that's why there's been echoing and stuff on these streams. So another bad issue there. But anyway, I'll put that link in there. I'll try and send some more out because obviously the people that were on here are not on here now, apart from Stephen. I see him in the background. All right there, mate. But, you know, obviously the others that were in here, Manny and whatever, because it all obviously went Pete Tong. So trying to get this on here. But anyway, I'll get my ugly mug on screen now. There you go. I've got my ugly mug on there. And so now we can actually get on with this blooming stream without any more issues, I hope. And I'll get Stephen in here. Hold on a minute. I'll just I'll put my banner on here at the bottom, where you follow me and everything. And thank you, by the way, people, for smashing the likes and subbing to me. I've got 68 now. I'm up to 68. So thank you, everyone. Brilliant that you keep, and the viewing figures are still going up on my streams as well. So thank you, everyone. That's been brilliant. Thanks for all your support. Obviously been having issues with this shit lately, the laptop and the bloody Wi-Fi and everything, and keep echoing and stuff. But hopefully it's going to be okay today. We'll find out in a minute when I get Stephen on here. Hopefully it won't be any echoes when he's on here either. So I'll get him on now, the Luton fan. Obviously they lost as well as us this time, but not as bad as us. But anyway, I'll get him on now, Stephen. There you go, mate. Are you all right?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. How are you?
Yeah, sort of okay in a way. I'm just getting all these issues with the shit, man, the Wi-Fi and the laptop, and you know, it never rains but it pours in us bees at the moment, mate. I'm afraid. So the way it's going. But anyway, after that shit show yesterday, I'm getting a shit show today. So anyway, man, I better try and get on with this. I'll try and see and get Manny. I'll try to. Have you got any links out? Have you sent anything out to anyone? Or
No. I saw you put a few in, so hopefully the people will come back in.
Because I'll see a new link now, so I'll have to put a new one in. So I don't know what I thought. I went live again because I just left the studio and I thought I'd be able to get back into it, but didn't work out like that. So I've had to just quickly put this together now, the new one. So right, let's get into the first topic anyway, which is that VAR yet again. We've talked about that yet again. Groundhog Day with VAR. It's Groundhog Day. You know, remember that film? The great film, Bill Murray. It's Groundhog Day every day. I love that film, man. So funny. It's brilliant, that film. But anyway, yeah, VAR getting it wrong again. Can players trust in it anymore, let alone fans? Needs sorting out. So we've got a scratch record here, Stephen. Let's get into it. So what's your opinion on all this, with it all again?
It's on the spotlight again, isn't it? Just absolute. they've. I can't say any more than what I've said in the last stream. Basically, it's exactly the same as it was last time. They're getting it wrong, this, that, and the other. I mean, some of the positions this week were just ridiculous. They weren't. Some of them weren't penalties. Some of them were offside. It's just the same palaver over and over. Are they ever going to get it right?
No, I can't see it, mate. I don't know how they're going to change it. I ain't got a clue. As I
Apparently,
say, being exposed.
Because my mate, he's a referee, and he goes to these meetings with referees and VAR, and he goes and they talk about it. And apparently, they're not going to use, the lines are gone next season. They're gone. The whole pitch is gone. All they're going to use now is 3D bodies of the people. Now, I don't know if that's going to be any better or any worse, really.
Oh, yeah, you said all this, brought this up before, haven't you? Said about
apparently it's been tried in Italy. It's done really, really well. And they're liking that than what we've got. I mean, we're behind the times. We should have, when they changed it to 3D bodies, we should have changed it to 3D bodies and see if we could trial it. But apparently we're going to trial it in pre-season next season and see what happens. But I don't know if it's going to make anything better or any worse, really.
Yeah. Well, as far as I'm concerned, it needs scrapping because it's not working. Nobody's getting anything out of this. There's no advantage gained. The refs, I mean, okay, the refs are giving decisions and they've been made to go and look at it. And they're being told, oh, look, we think this is this and this is that. But it's not been, it's not been allowed to go up to their sort of decision anymore. It's not their thinking. They're what they think of it. And it's all right. It's been taken out of their hands in a way. And then when VAR's getting it wrong, the referee's getting it equally wrong. Equally 1,000 times wrong, And teams are paying for that, these teams. And, just costing them 3 points or costing them players or whatever, And it's just a merry-go-round carrying on and on. It don't seem to stop now, and started off quite well. There was no issues to start with.
No. First couple of weeks, it was fine. It was working to an advantage, but
yeah,
as the season's gone on, it's just got worse and worse.
Yeah. It's just I don't know, man. I think it might need to go, but I don't know. I think it's going to carry on, but as you say, maybe this 3D thing might work out.
Hopefully.
Might be the answer. I don't know. Remains to be seen. Does it? Where is it? They're employing it at the moment in
Italy. Italy.
Yeah. I've never seen it on there. I've never seen it happen. Have you seen it working on there?
I see a snippet of it, and it seems okay, but I don't know. I mean, if it comes over here, is it going to be any better or is it going to be any worse, Yeah,
I don't know, mate. I don't know. It happened yesterday as well in our match because they should have had a player sent off. Endo, terrible tackle, studs up and everything, and
You can say that about last weekend with Havertz. I mean, it's exactly the same. Studs up, feet off the ground, studs showing.
Yeah, same thing, and it's it's carrying on and carrying on. It's there's no end to it at the moment, no end in sight, and it's sort of we're ending up talking about this rather than the football, and that's not good. I mean, we had a fantastic game yesterday, an amazing game at 4-4. And we're still almost talking about VAR. It's still almost like still there. Maybe they want to get in the spotlight. Maybe they think we want to be.
VAR wasn't too bad yesterday, but like they said, they need to put it back a little bit further for when both of them were pulling the arm, and then obviously Haaland got away from him, and then Koulibaly brought him down. But at the start, they're both pulling each other's arm. So really, like I said, they need to push it back a little bit further and see how the tackle, how it came about from him pulling down, because it was 6-1, half does the other at the start off because they're both pulling the arm.
Yeah.
and then you see sort of Haaland pull away from him, but also pull him towards him.
Yeah. Well, I think there's no. When you look at that first one, it wasn't really a penalty because it was.
Because they're pulling each other's arm, and then when Haaland tried to get away from him, he pulled him towards him. So the only thing that Corella could do was bring him down because he pulled him up against him.
Yeah.
If VAR pulled it back a couple of seconds before, they've seen the whole tussle.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and who's to say it would have got to Haaland anyway? Who's to say it would have reached him anyway? That's the thing. If it was me, I would have just let it go. You just got to let it go because it's not a foul, really. Well, it is a foul.
The referee knew exactly what. So the VAR came in and told him what happened. And I think if VAR would pull it back a little bit further, they've seen the whole first thing of them both pulling each other's arm. And then they've seen Haaland pull Corella towards him as he tried to get away and then draw the foul.
Yeah.
So in other words, Haaland made him foul him. Which made the penalty. Which if VAR would have gone back a few seconds earlier, seen Haaland pull him, Haaland pull him, and then Haaland sort of yank his shirt towards him, and then Corella had to bring him down. They might have said, well, hold on a minute, 6-1 out on the other. He had no choice, play on. But they didn't. They just saw what happened. The bit where he put him down, and I thought they should have pulled it back a little bit further.
Yeah, well, exactly. But I mean, we've seen obviously worse things than that. We see the thing with that, obviously Newcastle, that one with against Arsenal, you know.
And I've even heard the VAR from that, and they said, first one we'll look at is if the ball's out, and they said, we've only got this angle, there's no other camera for a better angle than this. They've got so many cameras there, there's got to be a better angle than that. I mean, if you could see it was out, I could see it was out, half the population could see it was out. How VAR did see it
Stockley Park couldn't see it, apparently, in Stockley Park.
Yeah, VAR said that they've only got this angle. VAR said they've only got this angle. How the fuck have VAR only got that angle?
Yeah.
That is incredibly... is that incredibly unbelievable, or is that incredibly not right?
Yeah.
They could have a better angle than that, surely.
Talk about Dumb and Dumber, mate. I'll tell you that.
I think last time I heard around the ground they had 38 cameras.
Yeah.
If 38 cameras, if one can't pick up how far that ball's over the line, then it's like,
But apparently they took a few cameras away. I don't know if you heard that they had to.
That just makes it even worse, doesn't it?
You know, I'm talking about obviously at the ground. They're on about not as many cameras at the ground anymore.
No, it just makes it even worse, then, doesn't it?
Yeah. I don't know whether that was because of COVID or what. I don't know when it was that happened, or they just ain't got the money anymore for them, or I don't know. I ain't got a clue now.
No, I don't think it was COVID because it's nothing to do with COVID because VAR came on this season.
No, but they had less when they had COVID on, mate. They had less people with cameras there, you know.
Yeah, but that's part and parcel gone now. That's not even the issue anymore.
No,
I don't know. It's a tired old subject at the moment, really, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm tired of talking about it, really. You know.
I mean, it'd be better if we could talk about it in a positive light, how it's doing well, but it isn't doing well at all. It's making wrong decisions, this, that, and the other, slowing the game down incredibly. Yeah, okay, it works in some games. It works in tennis. It works in Super League, rugby, and that it does work. But you've got to make a decision a little bit quicker and make sure you get the decision right. If it takes a bit of time, okay, fair enough. It takes a bit of time. But like I said to me, if it takes 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes to get the right decision, as long as you get the right decision, I don't care how long it takes. But it's got to be the right decision.
Yeah. I know.
None of this first glance, okay, it's offside, and then change your mind. Oh, actually, hold on a minute, it's onside, because that happened last week. Onside, and then they changed it to offside 2 minutes after. Which one is it? You've got to make a definitive decision. Take your time. If it takes time, you've got to look at it 100 times, 200 times, 300 times. Look at it 300, 400 times. It doesn't matter as long as you get the right decision and everyone's right and everyone's happy with the decision.
Yeah, exactly.
You, as a referee, and you as VAR have all come to a collective decision that you think that's the right decision.
Yeah. I mean, imagine, right, that's me and you there, right? I'm reffing the game. You're up in Stockley Park, right? Looking at the monitors and everything, yeah? And I there's a penalty incident or whatever, and I go and check out the VAR. You say, go and check that. You tell me there's a thing there's a foul.
There's an infringement. I think the infringement just here. You should look at this part.
Yeah.
What do you think? And then you say, well, I think it's a penalty. And I say, well, I think so too. Give the penalty check.
But they say, because another thing is they're suggesting they think it's a foul.
Yeah, but if I say to you, there's an infringement that we think maybe a penalty that you might have missed, go look at the monitor. You put the old signal up, go and look at it. And then we converse saying, oh, what do you think? And you look at it and think, well, yeah, I think it's a penalty. And I say, yeah, we think so too. Give a penalty check complete. Or, no, I don't think there's much in that. Okay, go with your decision, check complete. You go, no, I don't think it is. Or, yeah, we think it is. You go with your decision.
Yeah. But my issue with that,
video assistant referee. They're not there to make the decision. They're there to aid you.
Yeah, that's why they call the assistant, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, but my issue with that as well is that sometimes they go with what they've said, they've told them in Stockley Park, and they're going to get just as immediately automatically give a yellow card or penalty or red card or whatever, because they haven't looked at it. They've been told, oh, this is the foul, this is it. What you're looking at is a foul. It's not being put down to them for their own decision, prerogative, whatever you call it. It's not left to them. They're being told to do that, and I think that's wrong. Let them decide themselves. They're referees. They're supposed to have coaching in refereeing. I mean, not a lot of them probably played the game, but they must have had the coaching. So, isn't it left up to their own, what their own decision is, their own, opinion of it? And, some just do that. That's my issue with that, because I think, well, don't automatically just give it because they've told you it is. Have a proper look at it,
Yeah, like I said, if they think it's a offside or penalty, if you're in two minds that they're not right, go and have a look at the monitor.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, they're there to aid you. They're there to assist you. They're not to make the decision. They're helping you make a decision. But you can always go with your own instinct if you so wish.
Yeah, definitely. Oh well, it's this. This just carrying on, mate. It's this. We had some fantastic matches yesterday, and great goals, and and especially the Chelsea and City, as we know.
Great for the neutral. Great for the neutral.
Yeah, great for the neutral. Yeah. Fantastic entertainment, and that's why I was late doing my stream yesterday, because, as you know, I was doing the reaction one for the Liverpool.
I've laughed all through that, mate.
Yeah, but I didn't even go totally nuts, mate.
No, that's what I said. You said you did go totally nuts, and I'm thinking, if that's not totally nuts, I thought, if that's not totally nuts, because I've seen the other ones you've done rants to, and I said, if that's not totally nuts, what is totally nuts?
Yeah, it's been a bit like you with Luton.
I'll tell you what. If we come to December and beat you 3-4-0, then we go on a rant.
Yeah. I really will rant, mate.
I'll go on stream just to laugh.
I'll fucking give it up, mate. If we lose to you, I'll tell you.
Hold on a minute. Someone's due a hiding. It could be you. But I'm hoping,
but not us, Stephen.
I'm over to you and Palace that we stuff.
Well, yeah.
Well, if we stuff Palace, that will help you out. After your loss, if we beat Palace, that would do you well.
Yeah, well, I thought they were going to beat Everton, and look what happened there.
I thought Newcastle were going to beat Bournemouth.
Yeah. Who knew? Who thought that would happen, eh? Who see that coming, you know? Man.
We're in the bottom three now.
Yeah, we all had Newcastle pretty much.
I think we all, I don't think anyone had a prayer for Bournemouth to pull out of the bag.
And we thought, oh, that manager's done, didn't we? He's done. That's it.
Oh, we thought if he loses this, he's got. I thought if he loses this, international break coming up, he's got to lose his job.
And to be fair, they deserved that to happen for getting rid of O'Neill. I'm pissed off with what they done to him. I think it's really unfair.
It was a joke. It was an absolute joke.
And look what he's doing with Wolves. You know, he's doing it well with them. You know, he's getting results with them. It shows what a good manager is. I reckon he might get manager of the month. You know, O'Neill. You know, he's got.
Yeah, we was out of a job. We had a sniff around him.
Yeah, he's a good manager. I mean, he played for us at one stage, you know, in his playing career. So he obviously got all the great stuff from us, isn't it? Playing for us, all that, you know, the great play and everything. I see that. I see that, Stephen. You know, goodbye. I see that, but no, but
yeah.
Anyway, mate. Yeah. I got coffee beans, mate. Coffee beans.
Yeah. Got a bit of a twitch.
Yeah. No, but anyway, let's move on. I think we discussed that enough.
VAR.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And Chelsea fan, I see he's in here. Big up, mate. Anyway,
big up, Chelsea fan.
Big up, Mr. B. And if you fancy coming on, mate, as I say, the link's in here. So you can come on and chat about anything you want.
Show your face. Show your face.
Yeah. He goes on Hanno's enough. He's on there. And
I've never seen his face, actually. I've never seen him on Hanno's, so I'm going to have to go back and check that.
I think he's been on Nippons, and I'm sure he's had his camera on then. He's showing his face and stuff on there, but anyway, it's up to him anyway, isn't it? You don't have to.
Chelsea fan mystery.
I mean, you can even just come on and just not have a screen on. You don't have to have your camera on. You just, you know, just come on and talk. You know, talk bollocks like we do. You know,
you can sort of do this. You can do that.
Yeah. Leave it on there, mate. Fair, but no, I mean. Oh, God. I'm on form today. I'm sort of cheered up a bit from yesterday. I sort of had to move on, you know, from all that.
Yeah, you've got to sort of move on it. Yeah, you got to take it on the chin and move on. I mean, it's not. I mean, like everyone says, it's not always best to have a defeat going into international break because you dwell on it. But hopefully, Thomas Frank and Rob Edwards, because the team dried up again, ready for a week Saturday. Get some training, get some more training done, and the ones on international duty come back unscathed and fresh and ready to crack on going to Christmas for the big push into the new year.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got Palace, City, Arsenal, you.
Yeah.
Don't get it easy for us. Well, apart from Brentford, but apart from that, don't get it easy, does it?
Yeah, right. You're on my show, mate. You know, I could just get rid of you whenever.
Yeah, you could, but I'm better with you because you can take it. There's people in our Instagram that don't know how to take a bit of a joke.
No, true.
No main mentions, but we know who they are.
I mean, there's another reason I've done that reaction yesterday because I was going to do it today, but I thought in case Arnie and Jordan come on, they was going to roasting me, you know.
No, they roasted you hard.
Yeah, man. I thought I don't want that, you know. It was bad enough yesterday, and I didn't want that again today. So
you just got to put it down. I mean, you've got to put it down that Anfield is a hard place to go. We still got to go there, and. Yeah. It's one of the highest places to go in the league.
I think we've got
they know how to play there. It's a nice open pitch. They know how to play there. It's just coming to our place is a little bit different. They have to learn to adapt. And Man United still got to come to our place. Liverpool found out how hard it was. Chelsea still got to come to our place. They're going to know how hard it is.
Yeah.
You know, there's a few teams that will come to our place and they'll think, "Oh shit, what we just walked into."
True. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. You're mixing it. Well, you're mixing it with the big boys, and
And we're not getting slammed either.
You're not. Only 1-0 against United.
That was a fluke. That was a lucky goal as well. Because we cleared it, they put it back in, and we just couldn't clear it in time. So really, in actual fact, that could have ended up 0-0. I'd still reckon if we'd have pressed more, we would have got something like that. We needed to press more, and we didn't. But
yeah. Anyway, we'll move on with this now. Game of the season, yeah. What a hell of a game. Chelsea 4, City 4.
At the moment,
that's defensive errors or just great ability from the players? I would say there was defensive errors, though.
Defensive errors? There's got to be defensive errors all over the place, isn't there?
Yeah.
You leaked in 4 goals. Each team leaked in 4 goals. It's a great effort for the neutral, but is it a great effort for Premier League? Linking in 4 goals each side? Maybe not, but maybe it is. I don't know.
It made for a great spectacle, though.
Oh, yeah. Of course it did. Everyone watches football. Everyone who watches football wants to see goals. Like everyone wants to see the ball hit the back of the net as many times as possible. But if you're going to look on the flip side of the coin, is it a good advert that they made so many errors?
Yeah. Well, I mean, for them, in a way, it wasn't. For their, it must be the managers must have been tearing their hair out, apart from Pep. They ain't got none. But I mean, if they must have been doing their nut, about that defensive errors and stuff. So, do you think that was defensive error by Cucurella? What he was doing with Haaland, would you say? Because he was mainly holding him rather than going for the ball, wasn't he?
Right. What I saw was they're both holding, and then the final bit, as Haaland moved forward with him, he sort of pulled Cucurella's shirt towards him, and then Cucurella had nowhere to go apart from pulling down. So I think they need to pull it back a bit further and see how the first incident happened, and then leave it at that.
Yeah.
Because as Haaland went forward, he pulled his shirt. And as he pulled his shirt, Cucurella had no chance but to go with him. And then as he was going down, he pulled Haaland down with him. So, no, maybe not a penalty for me. Maybe not.
Right.
Because that was the second incident. The first incident was they were both holding. So I think the referee should have gone, you know what? You were pulling each other. You both decide to go at each other. Fuck it. Move on.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what I thought. I didn't think it was a penalty.
No, because they were both putting each other, and then I decided to put him with his shirt as he moved forward to try and bring him down, and it worked. In a way, I think it was just both of them had to go at each other. And I don't think it was a penalty. No, Chelsea fan, I agree with you. It weren't a penalty. Yeah. They're both putting each other. I just said move on from that. If you're going to do that to each other, and go at each other, because I'm not going to give anything that you two do to each other. If you want to play rugby yourselves, because I'm not going to give anything.
Yeah, and I think Anthony Taylor is a disgrace, mate.
I mean, he's been sacked now. He's been sacked for the Premier League now, has he? Has he been sacked for the Premier League? Someone said.
Yeah, should be. I mean, look, somebody made a joke the other day that he had a City shirt on, Anthony Taylor, and I thought, I think he probably has,
Well, it was just it worked out because they're both putting each other. So at the end of the day, if the VAR had rolled it back, they said they put each other. Just move on. Because I would have said move on.
Yeah. I'm going to go back to VAR briefly, Stephen, because Manny's coming on now. I want to get his opinion of that, with VAR. And then we'll get, I know it's not take a while, but we'll get on with it, and then we go back to this and see what Manny thinks of this as well.
He's going to take it. Should I go get a cup of tea?
Yeah. Big up, Manny. How you doing, my friend? All right?
Yeah, all good. I'm sorry about the technical issues that sort of plagued the last one. And I think I didn't receive the memo which told me about the new link. So I've missed about half an hour of your enlightening discussion. But please fill me in on what I missed, mate.
We're just talking about VAR, really, and how it's affected this weekend's fixtures yet again.
It's disgraceful yet again, really, yeah.
Don't blame the technology. Blame the people responsible for it. It's their incompetence that's causing problems. As an Arsenal fan, I think the Newcastle case against us, we had no case to answer against it. The ball didn't cross the line. There was no foul in the build-up. He wasn't offside. A Premier League panel determined that there was not sufficient evidence to determine that goal should have been disallowed, but they said that both Guimaraes and Havertz should have been dismissed.
Yeah.
If you're talking about the Chelsea-Manchester City game, well,
yeah,
the second penalty for the foul on Brozier was definitely well awarded. It's hard to not too sure about the Cucurella foul on Haaland, but
I don't think it was because the build-up that they were both put each other, and then if you see just before the foul was committed, the Cucurella brought him down. You see Haaland pulling Cucurella's shirt as he was running through. He got away from him, and then he pulled Cucurella's shirt towards him, and then Cucurella was falling down, and he just brought Haaland down with him. I think it was 6 to done, half done to the other. I don't think no penalty should have been awarded there because he pulled Cucurella's shirt towards him to try and draw a foul. And if you pull his shirt to draw a foul, then you're conning the referee as well as conning the VAR. So really, in that mind, I was going, you know what? You both put each other. Do it all day if you want, because I'm going to give nothing for that. You're both doing it to each other.
Yeah.
But I'm not the man. I'm not the man in the hot seat.
No.
Yeah. The worst part about it, boys, is that when it comes to VAR, if there were a sort of, if people were willing as referees to sort of sit down before the end of the season and just talk about the framework by which certain decisions should and shouldn't be given, then that would be good. But we see, there just seems to be inefficiency all across the board, and it's really sickening. And
they sit down every month and discuss it. They actually sit down every month. My mate's a referee in the lower league, and they invite lower league officials in to sit on the discussion, and they talk about it every week in, week out, monthly, and there's still no definitive answer of why it's going wrong.
But then that's the thing. I think
annual meeting every month.
And here's my theory. I think the Premier League bigwigs, in some subliminal sense, absolutely love the fact that there's a lot of controversy going on, because you would think that with the money that the Premier League has, they'd spare no expense to ensure that the technology that was used so successfully in the World Cup were applied in the Premier League, especially for that goal line technology. I mean, that would really, solve a lot lot of problems.
I think goal line technology is actually one good
Stephen, could you please let me finish? Sorry about that, mate. But the reason why they don't want to, do that is because they love the idea that there's so much controversy going on, and all the controversy and negative headlines keeps the league. They keep the league in the news and the spotlight, and that means more and more people want to watch it because they love the drama and they love the intrigue. If everything was working so efficiently, you wouldn't have this controversy. And it's not for nothing that they say, Steve, Mr. B, I know you watch quite a lot of films. You can agree with me that it's really, the drama and the controversy that really sells. A little bit like how these ridiculous red tops in the UK seem to sell to a lot of people, never mind the fact that many of them might be the lowest common denominator of society. They love the sensationalism. They love the controversy. To heck with the fans, to heck with the clubs who might get mugged over. It is what it is. If the Premier League weren't so selfish and the bigwigs were focused more on on the efficiency, then we wouldn't have this controversy. And sooner or later, mind you, the more controversy we see like this, the more and more the fans are going to be drawn away from this. And when you lose the fans, you're going to lose the game. It's as simple as that.
Do you want better controversy, though? Do you want the controversy to be in the right way than the wrong way? Do you want the Premier League want to be in the spotlight for the right reasons instead of the wrong reasons? I know we all say, yeah, controversy is brilliant. We can all talk about it till the cows come home. But don't the Premier League think, hold on a minute, if we get this right, we're going to be in the spotlight for the right reasons. And then we have something else to talk about instead of being all droned on this stupid VAR decisions that happen. We can say, actually, VAR have got this right. Premier League's it's got it right now. We're in the spotlight for the right reasons.
Exactly. I mean, you've said it. You've got to do it for the right reasons. You've got to make sure you have efficiency. And yet, if you're going to go down this path where you just want the, the cheap thrills or what have you, as I don't know who sang that song. It might have been Sia, I think.
Sia, yeah, Mr.
Yeah. Ironically, Sia didn't need dollar bills to have fun, but apparently the Premier League bigwigs need to keep their pounds. You know what I mean?
Chelsea fans saying hello to you,
money.
Chelsea fan, good to see you. Good to see you, mate.
You said money's the right thing, right? You said they said the Premier League need to get their pounds. If they put their pounds into the VAR decisions and put more money into it, again, instead of filling their pockets like the government do, it might actually help the Premier League in the right reasons.
Of course.
But they don't put money in.
It goes without saying. And that's the thing, the government would rather, fleece money in the form of, getting taxes from the people at middle class or low class level, while giving tax breaks to those who are filthy rich. Yeah. The Alan Sugars of this world, I have to say. And
good analogy.
They don't want to spend it on, trying to make society better, because they don't want to, improve the livelihoods of people. They expect efficiency, but they don't want to, take care of the people who provide that efficiency. And it's funny how a lot of people in the, especially in the more working class parts of the UK, especially in England, the most working class parts of England tend to vote against their basic interests. But this isn't a politics show. I don't want to get deep into that, you can see the parallels there.
It's the same principle. What happens in government to the Premier League is exactly the same principle.
Oh yeah,
exactly the same. Politics is in football as well as me and politics is involved in football.
Yeah,
it's bad VAR at the moment. Politics.
Exactly, and one more thing.
You people don't want to see it, but as football fans, we see how much politics is involved in football. We see it.
And by the way, now that David Cameron has been brought back into the government as Foreign Secretary, don't be surprised if Anthony Taylor was demoted from the championship and brought back.
Yeah. Good,
That's another parallel right there.
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
Somebody said to Cameron over his shoulder, oink, oink, over his shoulder.
Oh, boy. Yeah.
I won't go into that joke because it's not,
It's still funny, though. Still, to this day, it's still funny.
Yeah.
But I said, it's exactly the same parallel. Government and politics, football and politics, it's exactly the same.
Fish rots from the head down, as you know.
Yeah. Anyway, we're moving on to this. We were sort of discussing this, Manny, before you joined, and obviously a great game, a fantastic, amazing game for all. Great, advertisement for the Premiership. Amazing game. That's what we like to see, this sort of games, don't we? And we don't get it enough, unfortunately. But what did you make of that, Manny? The 4-4? Was there defensive errors, or was there just great football?
I'd say there were both. I'm going to come into that, but Mr. B, I wonder if I did mention in the chat that it reminded me a great deal of that epic Merseyside clash in the FA Cup between Everton and Liverpool in 1991, which ended 4-4.
I remember that.
I believe it was basically Liverpool who took the lead on four occasions, and Everton equalised on all four.
Yeah.
And when Liverpool went 4-3 up, the Everton fans were pretty much demoralised and despondent. We're about to go home, but then Tony Cottee, managed to get the ball.
Good player.
Got it past Glenn Hussein and stuck it between Bruce Grobbelaar, and then everything just went completely crazy. And in the aftermath, Kenny Dalglish resigned as Liverpool manager, and he wasn't there for the replay, which Everton won. And of course, that season Arsenal should have won the FA Cup, but then Italia 90 heroes Gazza and Lineker broke our hearts in the semi-final. But this particular game, really, there was some wonderful ability from the players. I mean, it was terrific to see the ex-City boys Sterling and Palmer snatch a point from their former employers, basically saying, "You let us go far too soon. You didn't think we had any use for us. Well, we proved you wrong."
Yeah. I'm more impressed with Palmer every time I see him. I think he's brilliant. I mean, we had an interest in him at one stage. Brentford, we was looking at him, and I don't know what happened there, to be honest. But imagine if we could have got him.
I don't know if there's a breakdown between Pep and Palmer that made him leave, or for City thought, okay, he's got a bit of ability, but not what we're looking for, and we'll let him go. But I mean, I'm surprised they let him go to another Premiership club. I'm surprised they didn't send him to a board like most people do. If the Premier League player want him, and then they try and fish. Well, okay, we'll try and fish.
I think it might have been a case of complacency and City thinking that Chelsea weren't really going to amount to much this season, given their struggles last season. So you might as well throw him there to Chelsea. But I'll tell you what, with Palmer, Mudryk, Sterling, and for all warts and all, Jackson, they do have the makings of a pretty potent attacking force. And as an Arsenal fan, I remember the two all at Stamford Bridge only too well. If it weren't for their goalkeeper, they actually would have taken all 3 points away from us. Yeah. Ironically, it was the goalkeeper who did pull off a brilliant save from Haaland. I believe that was in the first half. Yep, if memory serves me right. And but then there were defensive errors, and I think I remember saying in the group chat that Guardiola, if there's a reason to sack him, it's for playing Ruben Diaz continuously, because that bloke is a liability. Imagine if you will, the worst ever defender to have ever played for your club. With us, we have more than a few. We've got Gus Caesar from back in the day, Igor Stepanov, Pascal Segon, Godran Mustafi. Well, as Hugh Grant would say, double that, kick that up a notch, and basically you have what we would say the git that is in Guardiola's squad, and the man can't even, stretch to put himself in proper position to receive a pass from his own defender, for crying out loud.
It was strange because he was good last season. This season, there's nothing of him.
No, here's the thing, though. I mean, here's the thing. The thing about Diaz is that there are moments when he completely loses the plot and goes completely potty, and there might be something in him that makes Guardiola want to play him week in and week out, but he has what a lot of people call that bozo gene, and people use that to bash Gabriel Magalhaes of Arsenal. But I'll tell you what, I'd have Magalhaes over Diaz any day of the week and twice on a Sunday. I mean, they're both Portuguese speakers, so maybe, but at least Gabriel and Saliba, they have that understanding, and you also see that when one gets caught out, the other one cleans up that mess. So they work together perfectly. With Diaz, he makes far too many mistakes. And, in the crunch games last season, some of the crunch games he did perhaps perform very well, but he still has these moments where he's completely and utterly stupid. And as far as Manchester City are concerned, you can never write off an attack which has Haaland and Alvarez in it. And obviously they were doing their bit to try to stretch Chelsea's defense. Thiago Silva was quite magnificent. Disasi was pretty good. Big up to Mark Cucurella, who certainly evolved to becoming a proper solid left back in that respect. I would say that the majority of the goals were very well taken, but some of the goals were from really poor defensive mistakes. I love Thiago Silva to bits. That goal he scored was brilliant opportunism. But when you take a look at when you take a look at that own goal he scored, thankfully it wasn't credited to him. It was Rodri who applauded it, but. You could see that it sort of went, that Silva sort of stuck his leg out, and it went off his leg and wrong-footed Sanchez and in. And you could see how grateful he was that Palmer scored that penalty. Such a good, perfect penalty, really, because when the goalkeeper's
hold his eyes.
Yeah, when a goalkeeper's diving low to save it, you've got to try to aim for the middle and high to the side, because that way a goalkeeper like Edison, who's not the tallest, wouldn't even save that. Even Emi Martinez, as I said, who's one of arguably the best penalty-saving keeper in the world right now, he couldn't have saved that either. And we all saw how good he was in the Copa American and the World Cup. Yes. He saved 1 or 2 penalties against us for Aston Villa too. So, but that was a fine penalty. My bad.
The pressure on that penalty, though, against a former club at that precise moment where it's 4-3. The pressure and people have said, "Oh no, he can't take it. We'll get someone else to take it." But he comes to the fore on that and said, "You know what? I'm going to take it. I'll score it. I'll get us a point."
Yeah, agreed. He stood up perfectly. And,
very well. Very well. For a young player as well. Great composure.
Yeah.
Great composure.
Agreed. So when it comes to the majority of those
So old head on young shoulders, really? I would
absolutely,
Yeah, basically, yeah.
absolutely.
That's the saying, yeah.
Oh yeah, that young boy Cole was a wise old soul, and a wise old soul was he. And
That's
he scored from the. I had to think of that one, and I'll share it in the group
great
chat.
saying,
But yeah, you get the idea. But
yes.
as I was saying about to say, I'll sort of sum it up by saying most of the goals were down to fine ability, but some of the defending for those goals was absolutely atrocious. So it's sort of par for the course when you have a game where 6 or 7 or 8 goals are scored. There will be at least 1 or 2 of them that are down to defensive errors. But I'll tell you what, this Chelsea team have shown a great deal of fight. And yeah, the goal was given to Rodri, but that could easily have been a Thiago Silva own goal. So it was actually confirmed yesterday. So Bobby, thank you very much. As always, Sat Sri Akal to you, and I hope you enjoyed Diwali with your family. And
great to see you in here, Bobby.
Yeah.
Obviously new one in here, so if you are new, mate, subscribe to me, please. That'd be
great. Bobby's a good bloke. Spurs fan, but one of the best.
Yeah,
definitely one of the best.
As get that thinking.
Yeah, but listen, I don't. Now listen. For me, he and I get on like a house. He and I get along like a house on fire. And if I ever do come to his neck of the woods, I know that he'll have me over for a meal and some non-alcoholic drinks because there are children around. So obviously, none of the juice, as they would say.
None of the toxic stuff.
But hopefully, Mr. B, that answers your question. Mostly great ability, but some dreadful defending. And I think it's fair to say that if I never see Ruben Diaz playing for Manchester City after the season, it will definitely be too soon.
Just going on your comment about the 1991
don't like it,
game.
Manny. I don't know. I'll get that impression, but
Just
you
go
don't
about,
seem to like him.
Just go about the 91 game. We forgot the game. We forgot that game against Arsenal Liverpool for that 4 where Arshavin scored a hat trick. That 4 game was exactly sort of the same one as this season, where Liverpool scored 4 and Arsenal scored 4 a couple of seasons ago. It's sort of the same sort of principle, same sort of intense and bad defending, but Arshavin won that show that day. But I'm just saying it's the same sort of principle.
You could say that. You could say that. I mean, as I said, whenever you have a game where 6 or 7 or 8 or more goals are scored, you will get a bit of both. Some excellent opportunism, but some pretty poor defending.
I'm going to put this question
non-alcoholic.
You got a good
Oh, mate, thank you.
Do you see this? Do you see this game as a great advert for Premier League, or do you see it as a game where it shows the Premier League's not that good because 4 goals were shipped both sides? Because I was saying to Mr. B, it's great advert for the neutral, but the defending and that, is it a great advert for Premier League shipping 8 goals in one game?
You have a point. Sorry, Mr. B, go ahead.
No, well, what I was going to say, it's not exactly great for the manager or the fans because, the fans go there and they don't want to see their defence conceding 4 goals. Both teams, do they?
No, but I was just talking about the Premier League side.
Yeah.
I was talking about the advert for the Premier League.
Oh, I think that's great.
Broadcasting that and seeing 4 goals sheep each side, is it a good advert for the Premier League or is it just bad defending and not the good advert?
It's better than some of the adverts.
The goals are great.
A dull game, a dull, boring.
No, but I've seen boring 0-0 games where the goal has been end to end and the ball just won't go in the net and there's been goal occurrences, there's been headed over the bar, got a penalty saved, and they're great adverts 0-0, some of them. But I'm just saying, 4 goals each side, is it a good advert for the Premier League? Goals are great, but is it good advert for the Premier League? That's what I'm getting at. Is it?
Stepsy, I'll get your point. And I think with a cricket analogy, because both of you enjoy your cricket. We've seen several ODI games where both teams score heavily, and the team batting second ends up breaking the record for the world's biggest chase or something like that. And people talk about how that's a terrific advertisement for the game. The only problem is if the bowling is absolutely dire from both sets of bowlers on either side, you don't really consider that necessarily a good advertisement. And people complain so much about how in one-day cricket, the batsmen dominate too much and the bowlers just given the short end of the stick or the short end of the bat, as it were. But One game which I think Mr. Jenkins will remember very well is the 1999 World Cup semi-final between Australia and South Africa. And as a segue, they're actually going to be locking horns again later on this week on a Thursday. And that game, I believe it was at I don't quite remember whether it was at Edgbaston or Headingley. I think I'll have to look back at that.
Headingley, I think.
It might have been Headingley. Well, as we all know, Australia were basically, they had the screw turned on them early on by Sean Pollock and Alan Donald, and it was the middle order of Steve Waugh and Michael Bevan and company who enabled them to recover to post a total of 213, which might be peanuts in today's game, but at that time, given the circumstances, was quite competitive. And then, of course, when South Africa were batting, they started off with a decent opening partnership with Gary Kirsten and Herschel Gibbs doing what they had to do. But then Shane Warne came into the attack, bowls Gibbs with an absolute beauty of a ball. He also accounted for Gary Kirsten the same. Lord rest your soul, mate. We love you as always. And also, there was some dogged resistance from the lower order, and it came down to the last over where Lance Klusener and Alan Donald were batting. The last over, in fact, was to be bowled by Damien Fleming. Now, if memory serves me right,
Mr. Donald didn't move too well. I think was that the run out you were talking about?
We talk about Donald Duck. I think he was out for a duck that day.
He was cracking mad, I think. But anyway,
I mean, if that were in Australia, he might as well have been called Alan Daddles or whatever. After that duck, he used to come on the Channel 9 TV screens. But I believe in the last over, we all remember, Klusener hit Fleming's first 2 balls for 4. I believe there was a second ball that could have been forced away for the winning single, but was fielded. And then Klusener then tipped the 4th ball, if memory serves me right, for an attempted single and started to run, but Donald inexplicably stood his ground. And then by the time Donald realised his mistake and ran towards the wicket keeper, Alan Gilchrist, I think it was, Gilchrist got the ball back and removed the stumps, and Donald was out. So that was a low-scoring game, but we saw some excellent bowling. We saw some dogged batting, some committed fielding, and a lot of people will probably tell you that was a proper advertisement for the one-day game. And of course, although I hate to mention this as an England fan, Mr. B, I'm sorry, the 1987 World Cup final, where Australia beat England by 7 runs, also should go down as one of the classic finals, as should the 92 World Cup, where, we could potentially have won it with Neil Fairbrother and Alan Lamb leading the recovery, only for one to come and take away Alan Lamb and Chris Lewis. So I think with that connection, I'd like to say it's very easy and very tempting to say that a high-scoring game should be a really good advertisement, especially if it's a 4-4 game where, the pendulum swings either way. But you don't want to see a situation where, goals are given away cheaply, and you certainly don't want to see bad play. If both teams play brilliantly and all of those goals were well-taken goals and brilliantly scored goals, then yes, you could definitely say that it was a fine advertisement for the Premier. It's a fine advertisement for the Premier League, and there have been more. In fact, Arsenal had another 4-4 draw. That was at St James's Park. I believe, if memory serves me right, we were 4-0 up that game. But then somehow Newcastle clawed their way back to make it 4-4, and Arsene Wenger was apoplectic.
Yeah.
I think that
player didn't it? Did he die?
Yeah.
The player that scored the 3 goals died. Yeah, he passed away. Yeah.
Yeah, shame, wasn't it? Yeah, terrible.
Yeah. So like May said, if they're world class goals, great advert. If they're just doggy goals and they're crap defending, then it is a good advert. So yeah, okay.
It's not a good advertisement because you want to see.
Great. Bad goals.
I mean, obviously you want to see drama, you want to see intrigue, but you also want to see proper play. You don't simply want to see one being dominant. And I think as cricket fans, you can agree. Mr. B, what do you think of that analogy?
Yeah, I like that. It's great analogy, Manny. Brilliant. But I've just noticed there's someone else we got in the backstage. I don't really want to bring him on because he's a Liverpool fan, but I might have to, I'm afraid. I suppose he's here now. So Arnie, he's in the back, so I'll bring him on, but I'll do this before. I'm not having my face on here when he comes on. Arnie.
No, come on, Mr. B. Listen. This is your stream, and if Arnie tries to give you any lip, you've got two other people.
Yeah.
You got
I've
the power.
got the bodyguards here. The bodyguards.
Yeah. So show your face. We got
step in because I'm still
You got the power to remove him
against Luton.
Yeah, you do weight training, don't you, Manny? You could sort him out. You do weight training, didn't you?
Yeah. I was supposed to go today, but I had some, work to do, and then obviously by the time I got back home, the gym was closed. So it is what it is. But first question to you, Arnie: are you still going to continue your agenda against Darwin Núñez?
Agenda against who?
I've been started.
Darwin Núñez.
You
have an agenda.
You got agenda.
I pretty much put things straight last week, and I stick with everything I said. I'm saying like Manny. I don't know if you watched the full stream, but he's more suited as a cam. Like the same position Bobby played as a 10. I think he's much better on there than playing striker. To me, he's not a natural striker, but that's how I see it. It's just his finishing is quite woeful, but he's assisting though, which is good. So I'll play him as a cam. Or a 10.
I just think he needs more one-to-one training on his shooting. After every training session, he stays behind for an hour and concentrate on the shooting, get his confidence back.
To be fair, he got a couple yesterday, but
that's Brentford.
Shut up.
We're gonna see though. It's gonna be a big test. Steve, next week. I'm not next week. The week after.
Yeah.
Once we're back from the international break, that game. I wouldn't say box office, but I hope it's entertaining. It should be though on paper. That game against City.
Yeah. What about Arsenal? Huh.
But we're gonna see what we can do, right?
Oh, that'd be an easier one against Arsenal.
Manny will be happy with the drop. I know. He wants a drop. You should be cheering us because we're not a threat. It's City. They're running away with this title, as we all know. Everyone here.
No. Listen. With their defensive problems and the fact that they're still having to deal without Kevin De Bruyne, I think they may discover some new. They may discover some new diamonds.
Yeah, I kind of feel for Luton. I was hoping they'd do something, but
couldn't do nothing against us, mate. Defensive rock us.
Yeah, I only lost 1-0 again, didn't they, the other day? So, they're proving, they're pulling their weight, their weight in this Premiership, like Luton, and all the power to them, respect to them, they're brilliant, I think they're the best of the teams that come up. So, amazing, really.
Return heads, that's all I say.
Bobby's saying big up to you, Arnie. Bobby K.
You guys there?
We were just turning heads. That's what we're doing. We're there to mix it up and turn heads.
Steve, I'm going to ask you, do you agree with me that Darwin is better suited in the 10 role or a cam, like central attacking midfield?
When I saw him against Luton,
I don't think he's a main striker.
The passing was okay. The passing was okay. Getting the right decisions was okay. It's just the finishing was off. But his passing and where he positioned himself was all gravy, brilliant. His positioning where he was all great, but just the finishing was let him down. But yeah, his position and passing was okay. So maybe you could say, great as Cam.
Great position.
But he's got positioning as well as passing. If he gets the finishing down, he'll be a great striker, one of the best in the Premier League. It's just the striking that just lets him down.
But he should already had the striking ability.
He should. As a striker, he should have it. But his passing and his positioning was great. And we had to focus on him because he was everywhere. We had to focus on him, and we managed to neutralise him as much as we could. But he had a chance where that Salah missed that header. He fell to Núñez 2 yards out. He raised it over the bar. If he finished that, it probably got man of the match because his position and his passing was top notch.
Yeah.
From what I saw, because I was there, I was watching all the great players. Salah didn't have a great game, but Núñez was in positioning where I'm thinking someone's got to get on him quick.
Yeah. You made him go, mate. You made him leave, Arnie. That's all right, yeah.
Well, no one ever go. I'm just saying Nunes
Oh.
needs to improve more in striking because his positioning and passing was second to none.
Mm. Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. I weren't derogatory towards Liverpool because their play was great, but Nunes his position was brilliant. His passing was brilliant, but his position was non-plus. His striking was just dire.
Yeah.
And most of the time we were laughing at Nunes. The Luton fans were laughing at Nunes. But the passing and the position we thought was 100%. We thought,
you think
okay, we were thinking, hold on a minute, if we keep giving the position, like Nunes, we said this, if we keep giving position, he will score one. Luckily, we stuffed it out eventually, but his positioning and his passing was brilliant. It's just the finishing was non-existent. That's the only part.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Well, it's good to say though, Arnie. Who's your striking coach there? Have you got a striking coach, a striker? Have you got attacking?
Not that I'm actually aware of the name. I know we had a goalkeeping coach, the Achterberg, when we had like these issues.
I'm trying to think
there was a goalkeeping crisis when Karius was back there, so he got mentioned quite a bit. And we got a defensive coach. I've forgotten the name. It's not Hopia. It's someone else.
Oh, right.
Striking coach. I'm actually not sure.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think as well. If you've got one.
Because in a way, if he would help him if he had a striking coach there, surely he would help him. For getting his finishing right. He's getting in the right positions. He's just not finishing it right. So.
Isn't Michael Owen the under-18s coach there?
I'm not sure. Is he?
Does he have done? I mean, if he's under-18s coach or youth team coach, he must have a little bit of input with the first team.
I think Owen's a pundit.
Yeah, but I still think he's involved in Liverpool somewhere. I'm pretty sure he is.
Well, if you got in there, he knows how to finish. He knew how to finish, didn't he? So.
Well, I'm just thinking, if he's, like I said, if he's still under-18s coach, because I know he was, I mean, I haven't checked recently, maybe he could have, maybe he does have a little input in the first team. I don't know, but I know, you're right, Andy. I know he's a pundit, but under-18 football doesn't require all your time, does it?
Let me ask you a question for the panel, yeah? But you see where I'm coming from with my assessment of Darwin, saying he's much better suited as a 10 in the Bobby position or like a cam. Central attacking midfield, maybe.
Well, like I said, when I saw him, his position and that was brilliant. So yeah, for that game, he if he was a cam for that game, he'd done well. But because he was striker, he didn't.
Steve, you?
Well, you didn't need him yesterday anyway. Let's be fair. So unfortunately,
back to so.
Yeah, you didn't need him. He did get 2 goals, but they were offside. So. I mean, I think he finished them pretty well, what I see of it. And
I'm going to watch it tonight, match of the day, because I was a bit tired last night. I didn't watch it, actually. It's good to see the highlights back and forth. So
yeah, I didn't really want to watch it, to be honest, but there you go. I was sort of watching like this with my fingers and my eyes looking through my fingers like that,
I'm happy for you lot, even though I'm not a fan. Come on, QPR, but I'm happy for you lot because you've done quite well, especially when you're in League One. That season when you missed out to Yeovil, then from there you've just been onwards and upwards, really, despite the 2 bottle jobs in between. When you didn't come up, then eventually you did. So, I'll take my hat off you for that.
Brentford done exactly what Luton did. Lost in the playoffs and then went up the following season. We lost in the playoffs and then went up last season. So it's sort of the same sort of principle where you do something first off, and then you learn from what you did last time to rectify it in the second try you get. Some people don't do that. Some people in the Championship is really weird, where teams get to the final, get to the playoff semi-finals, and the next season they don't get nowhere near it. Luckily for Luton and luckily for Brentford, both got to the semis, lost it, then went again the following season and went up. We done it. Brentford done it the season before, and then we continued by getting the playoffs against Huddersfield, lost, then continued it into next season and got to the final, won it. If you can keep the momentum going, you get your rewards.
Just imagine Watford and QPR come up, and you lot stay up. Like those 2 fixtures in the league.
Hold on, we're going off track here, fellas. Let's get back
we want May's opinion on what we think of Nunes being a striker or number 10.
Was that for
My
me or for
opinion.
Manny? Yeah, Manny's.
Your decision
Yeah.
on Nunes being a striker or better as a cam.
No, I'm going to disagree. I'm going to disagree because look, Liverpool are already well stocked with decent midfielders, and trying to, if it's there's an injury option, if there's no other choice, then maybe you could do that. But they need at least 4 strikers for the 3 they play up front, and I think Nunes does look the part. He just needs to make sure that he he has the right situation. And strikers come in different forms. You have some strikers that are very speedy and can definitely link up well. Others don't really rely on pace, but more on placement and instinct. And look, I think we shouldn't really be too harsh on Nunes. Maybe he's not quite as consistent as fans would like him to be, but let's not forget that he has scored some decent. I mean, he has scored some important goals and put in some decent performances. So, look, I think Liverpool fans should, just keep their faith in him for now and see how he develops and see how he performs. And I mean, I can't really say develops, of course, because he already is at an age where he should be developed anyway. But he will certainly have a role to play for Liverpool this season in the Premiership and in Europe. And I think you lot are still in the League Cup. You've also got the FA Cup, and we got Del Boy in the house. What's the crack? What's the bleeding story?
What's the bleeding story?
Yeah, and he was. I think he was supposed to go up to see Celtic play Aberdeen. I'm sure he will have enjoyed the result. A huge 6-0 whipping from the boys in green, and all in all, a good day out, eh?
Dale, you could, Arnie, you could do another analogy. Højlund for Man United hasn't scored a Premier League goal, but he scored 6 in the Champions in the Champions League, hasn't he? Højlund for Man United. He's not scored in the Premier League, but he's scoring in the Champions League, isn't he?
Oh yeah, of course. And he scored like last season against Madrid as well. Those 2
so
goals
Højlund for Man United is a good player. Hasn't scored in the Premier League, but he's scored in the Champions League. It'll only be a matter of time before Højlund starts scoring for Man United in the Premier League. Yeah. And Nunes, like I said, Nunes will come to the fore, and it'll be good. I'm just dreading when we come to Anfield, he scores a hat trick.
Let's hope so, man. Let's hope.
No. You might hope so. I hope
not. Can we get back to this, guys? Anyway, we got sidetracked there, and let's talk about this. This obviously this game. Well, it was talk about VAR earlier on, Arnie, but we won't go back to that because it just takes so long now. So
it takes forever.
On with this game now. Fantastic game of the season it is. Let's be honest. Chelsea 4, City 4. What did you make of it? Did you think there were errors there, or do you think it's great?
Yeah, I think so. I think that penalty shouldn't have stood. Number one. No way is that a penalty. But Hansel was saying, apparently Cucurella brought him down, but it didn't come across that way. Unless I'm seeing things.
Oh no. What happened? What I think happened is before the penalty was given, they're both pulling each other's arm, and then when Haaland got free, he pulled Cucurella's shirt towards him.
That's right.
Cucurella was then going down, and they had to grab Haaland and bring him down as well. So Haaland didn't get through. Yeah. So really, if you want to go back to it, you go back to the previous incident where they're both holding each other and see which one held the arm first. But in retrospect, I just said, scrap it. Look, you two can fight as much as you want. You're doing it to each other. I'm just going to play on. You do what you want to do. You can scrap, you can fight, you can play rugby, but I'm going to ignore all of what you do because you're both as bad as each other. The penalty, it was never a penalty.
Yeah, exactly.
Chelsea should be banned for football for that decision. It was awful. And VAR only showed the pulling down. If they had gone a few seconds back and seen from the very start of the pushing and shoving and the holding hands, they'd have said, no penalty. 6 of one, half done the other. They were both doing it to each other. The penalty was just a bad decision again.
The VAR is a mess, mate. Let's be honest.
VAR, naughty yet again.
Yeah. I was saying, Arnie, right, in that game against you, we played against Endo, should have been sent off. over the top
Oh,
tackle.
that name.
Oh yeah. Totally. And I
No.
don't know why they. I
It's a
don't know
50-50
why
for
no one
me.
picked it up.
And
That's what I
VAR
think.
looked at it, didn't give
Yeah.
it,
No.
didn't do it.
If one thing, the thing about football is the wrong rule, and we all know it. If your studs are
Yeah.
showing and you've got no control over the tackle, it's a send off because you've left the ground,
Exactly.
you're showing your studs, and you're not in control anymore. If you're on the floor, 1 foot on the floor, and you go in with your studs, it's okay because you're in control. But if you leave the ground with your studs showing,
Yeah.
it's a send off. No matter how high it is, no matter how low it is. If you're off the ground showing your studs, it's a red card all day long.
Well,
I know it. You
wouldn't
know it.
change the
Everyone knows
result.
it. You leave
It's
your
never
feet. You leave
yeah.
the ground with your feet. You're off.
It
The
wasn't
only
going to change the
argument is you
result.
got the ball.
But,
That's
you
the
know,
thing.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter.
Justice
The intent
wasn't
was
served.
there.
Yeah.
The intent was there.
I see what you're
Dangerous-
saying, though.
Yeah, if you see the ball and still follow from the play, it doesn't matter. You still left the ground and you're not in control anymore.
Nice
It's still
say it's-
classed. It's still
Yeah.
classed as dangerous play.
Exactly. Yeah.
He's a bit naive,
is.
though, for
It is.
a 30-year-old to make that tackle. It's not
Yeah,
like
it's-
he's
it's-
19,
yeah,
20.
it's stupid,
innit?
but
So-
it's the rules maintains for any footballer. If you get the ball, but you still left the ground and you're showing dangerous play, it's an off. It's off.
Yeah.
Are you
can't-
I
talking
wouldn't
about
be
the?
complaining if
Are
it
you
was.
talking about the Fabio
say that.
Vieira sending off against Burnley?
No, we're on about Endo.
No, we're about Endo for Liverpool. He should have been sent off
Oh.
for over the top tackle on. I can't remember he done it against one of our players, but I know it was over the top.
It's just if you ever leave the ground or show your
Terrible.
studs, no matter what you're doing, it's dangerous play. Send off.
Yeah.
If they did send
Because
him
it-
off, I wouldn't
Yeah,
be
because the
complaining.
intent.
That's what
Ellie,
I'd say.
I'm saying it because the
I know.
intent was there. If the intent was there, it's a send off because you still it's dangerous play. Get the ball or not get the ball, it's still dangerous play.
I mean, it wouldn't have changed anything. It was,
No,
it
no,
was
but I'm
still
just saying it's
won.
still-
I think he was
it's
still
still-
won. Win,
It's
but
still the same. It's still the same principle. If
But, you know-
if you're in control of a tackle, you're off.
should have been against 10 men. So,
Mm.
and then I mean, we're going all the way back. You go back to see things like the thing with Liverpool and Spurs. You know, you remember that he was offside when he wasn't.
Strange
He's
thing is
clearly
though,
onside,
strange thing is, though,
Diaz.
there's a bit of consistency there.
Don't do that.
Havertz was a dangerous tackle and didn't get Newcastle. He didn't get sent off, and then there was exactly the same.
Yeah.
Dangerous tackle didn't get sent off. So really, there's a bit
Yeah.
of consistency there. Wrong decisions, both of them, but still consistency.
And they're giving penalties when they ain't even touched them.
Yeah,
like
no,
they
well,
were
yeah,
top.
we could go.
Gone over.
We could job on
penalties.
about penalties that shouldn't be given all day long. There's so many we could have gone through.
Steve was asking about the best game, right? In the league, it was the best game. But overall, if you're following all leagues, I'm going to recommend you watch the highlights of the Lisbon derby. For me, that was number one. I won't give a spoiler, but just check it out.
Oh,
Come back
Oh
to me
no, I
later.
still think the
Yeah,
Bundesliga
I'll have a look at
Dortmund
that.
Bayern Munich
I'll
was a
check
great
that
game.
out, man. Yeah.
Hmm?
I'll check
I
that
still
out.
think the
man.
Bayern Munich Dortmund game was great.
No. Like I'm
Yeah.
talking about
What
last
happened
night.
there again? What was that score? The Bruce and
It was
Bayern and
2-1
Dortmund?
to Benfica. But if you see the way it finished,
Oh, right. Oh, yeah.
it was kind of reminiscent to Wolves Tottenham.
4-0,
But
I
just
think.
the way it happened, right? For me, that was the game of the whole day. And then I'll say Chelsea won second. But in the league, obviously,
Strange thing
that
is though,
follow was
strange
like,
thing is though, Marnie, not a lot of Portuguese football doesn't get shown over in the UK. It's a very
I'd
limited
stream
league.
it. Yeah. It
I mean,
wasn't even on BT.
I mean, obviously, Sky Sports are doing Premiership and all the Championship and all that, and they're doing La Liga, which is Spain. They're doing a bit of Bundesliga as well. They don't show the Portuguese as much as other countries do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check it out and then let me know later, or let the people know, the viewers.
Yeah. I'll check
I'm
it
sure.
out, mate. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
got to-
Does anyone want to
All
add
right,
anything
Benfica.
more to this about this game? Anyone want to mention anything more about the game, the 4-4, or
Chelsea
you
should
know,
have won. That's all I can say.
Like I say,
5-3.
great advert for goals, bad advert for Premier League in whole because of the defensive errors. Apart from that,
Yeah.
great game.
It was a great game, magnificent game. You know, best game I've seen for a while.
It's
I
not good,
think.
not just
Premiership.
the defensive errors.
And if
You know,
anyone
for
saw
neutral-
Dimarco's goal,
Oh, I
that's a
can't say that.
contender for goal of the season from the halfway
Yeah.
line as well. I think I shared it on the chat. I'm not
Yeah,
sure. I'll share
what's
it.
what's that in the Portugal one? The Lisbon?
No. Inter.
Oh, Inter. Oh, right. Yeah.
No, Harry Kane's.
You check out Dimarco's goal. Just see.
Harry
Bayern,
Kane's.
One he got for
Harry
Bayern.
Kane,
Yeah,
Bayern.
brilliant. Yeah.
No, like he had the ball on the throwing line, almost by the halfway line. He saw the goalkeeper off his line and he smashed
Harry
it all the way
Kane.
in.
Halfway
No,
line.
no. DeMarco.
Yeah, but
From
Harry
Inter.
Kane done it against Bayern.
Oh, that's from the center. I saw that
Yeah,
as well.
still the same.
I think this one overtakes it. If you have a look, you'll see why.
No.
Check it though. Have a
I'll
look
check
now.
him. I like halfway line goals. I still think
Type it in
Alonso's
on YouTube
against
and
us
see.
was still the best.
Have a look. Like
Yeah.
it'll take like
I'll
a
check
minute.
that game out, mate. Yeah, definitely will.
Just type
Yeah,
it in on YouTube. Hang on, let me see if I got the link. Let me share it on.
Okay, Steve. Yeah, I'll
You
go
find
you
it?
say which of the promoted teams are best to stay up.
Yeah, I was going to go to you, Stephen. Yeah, I was going to go to you.
You three could go on that.
Right.
Which of the promoted teams are best equipped to stay up? Right. So you've got Burnley, Luton, and Sheffield United. Which team is best equipped to stay
Well,
up?
to me, I've already said Luton because I think you have been the best team coming up. That's been the best out of them three. And done and held your own more and done well against the bigger teams. And I think Sheffield United have been poor a lot of the time, but they're getting results. They somehow got results lately. They got another point the other day. Who did they win against the other day? 2-1.
Stupid penalty that again was shit. I should have stopped that out. And Brighton, and they've got a point against Brighton.
Yeah, but I think that I definitely think Luton, Burnley. I mean, they're struggling. I can't see them doing much, but I think they will win at some stage. I think they're going to beat somebody big, probably Burnley at some stage. But definitely for me, Luton. I think they're better equipped to stay up, but remains to be seen. What does anyone else think, Manny? Barney?
I want them to stay up. I don't know if they will. That's the thing. I think Sheffield are gone. I hope Burnley go. I don't like Burnley, but unfortunately, I see Burnley staying up.
Yeah.
I hope I'm wrong again. I don't like them. I hope. So who else did I have? I think Forest still gonna go as well. Forest.
No,
I don't think so.
No, not Forest. No, they're good. They're doing well. They're a good team. Good team, Forest. I can't see that happening.
They got 3 points before West Ham game, so they're in a good position. I think Bournemouth gonna edge it. They're looking a bit jammy as well. Yeah.
I mean, I think a lot of people would have said Bournemouth were in that mix as well, but they picked up. They got a win the other day, so that's a surprise victory.
The only 3 points for the drop. Don't get too ahead.
No, but.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind if they go.
I think the manager might have to go, but I think they might need to get a new one. But I don't know. We'll wait and see on that. But what's your opinion on it, Manny? What would you say? Who would you say the best team to stay up for the promoted ones?
Probably, if I had to put my hand on my heart, I'd say, it's a tough one because of the 3 teams that were promoted, I just don't see anyone really having that cutting edge up front. And we say defenses win you trophies, but goals definitely can definitely keep you up in the Premiership and or any top league for that matter. And I just don't know if any of those teams really have a quality striker who can score frequently. I believe Burnley had Foster. I mean, maybe he's not quite a striker per se, but I think he's now taken time out for some personal issues. So that pretty much weakens them a little bit. And if I had to put my hand on my heart, I'd probably say maybe Luton, because so far they haven't really lost too many games by big margins, unlike Burnley and Sheffield United. And if you're not going to be able to score, at least you should try and not to concede too many. And I think Luton look as though they can certainly try and stay up. But a lot can change, obviously in the January window. If any of those teams who are able to get a good striker who can score goals aplenty, then that will sort of help them immeasurably.
Brentford. Yeah,
I agree. I think January. Personally for me, maybe another defender just because we're short on defenders because a few are out injured. But yeah, I agree totally. We need a goal scorer that can score.
Didn't you lot get Andros Townsend to come out of retirement?
Well, he left Everton in the summer because he's still injured. He was out 18 months. He was looking for a club. His agent done everything to try and get him a club. Burnley had him on trial, didn't go with him, and then his agent was going across to Saudi Arabia, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, everywhere to try and get him a club, and then we offered him a look, and we decided to take a punt on him, and yeah, he's getting back to Premier League speed quite well, and we only got him to January on a short-term deal, but if he does well, I can see it being extended till the end of the season at least.
They said to him, if you don't mind not winning anything, you can go to Luton. So, well,
but
you know.
Yeah, if we are going to compete, I agree with Manny. I think we need another striker who can score at least 15 goals from January to the end of the season. 15 goals from January to the end of the season. We need someone like that. Like I said in previous streams, and this is completely for everyone. Getting anyone in January is very, very difficult because no one wants to let anyone go.
I mean,
everyone wants to keep this squad. Everyone wants to keep this squad because the simple reason is if they get injuries, they can't get anyone. So they have to rely on what they've got.
Exactly. Why not get Minamino?
Not a striker, but seriously, no one wants to get rid of anyone in January because they want to keep the squad in case they get serious injuries. It's happened to a lot of clubs where they've had serious injuries. They sold players, they've had serious injuries, and they shit out of luck. That's because of youth, and it can hurt people. So in the January window, you're gonna have to look abroad more. You're gonna have to go more abroad, like South. You're gonna have to go to South America or somewhere like that to get someone in. Their league finishes. Premier League. If you're looking for someone in the Premier League, you're going to be very, very hard pushed because no one wants to lose anyone in case injuries
There's a guy from Flamengo. He's quite good. Looks like a bowler. I don't know if he'll come to you lot. Again, no disrespect, but Flamengo.
No disrespect. We are looking at a few people from the Ecuador League who are looking to buy. So one there's another one that we're looking at. Is classed as the next Casado. Yet again, another one. There's a Casado. Another one that's branded the new Casado.
It's Christian Cueva. This guy. He's done quite well.
No. I can't remember his name. It begins with V.
I think he's striker or forward.
Yeah, he's
Christian Cueva.
We're just looking at a few over there. We've had our scouts over there.
Sorry, that's Peru. Yeah, Peru.
We've had our scouts over there to have a look at them and all that, and we're just we've tried to put a bid in. It didn't meet their valuation. They said no, he's way worth way more than that. So in January we might go back in for him, but at the moment,
someone like Pelestri on loan.
At the moment, we've got the strikers we've got. We've just got to try and get them firing till January, and then see where we're at and see what we need. Because there can be more injuries. Players can come back. We just don't know where we're going to be in January. In January, we can assess where we are, have a little look. Okay, where do we need to strengthen? But I agree with Manny. I think we do need another striker. I do agree. At the moment, yes.
And don't forget AFCON as well. If you got any African players, we
got AFCON will be
G1?
No, Alba, no. He didn't be picked by Nigeria yet. He meant to be, but he hasn't. Kabori will go for Burkina Faso. And I believe if they Panzu was meant to go, but Congo didn't qualify. So at the moment, it's only him at the moment. But I'm not sure if Nakama's going to go for Zimbabwe or not. I don't know. We know Kabori is definitely going though. That's definite at the moment.
Right.
But
you won't be weakened too much, really.
Well, Nakamba, yes.
Yeah.
He's a leading person for most tackles in the Premier League with 42. The next person is on 38, so he's a leading one for tackles. So if we lose him,
that's what hits the smaller clubs more, losing their better players.
If he leaves, and Kabora, who's our right back, won't be back. We ain't got another right back apart from Doherty, who plays there, but it's not his actual position. We ain't got no one, so it could hurt us. But at the moment, there's not too many players going. But if players pick up, they could. Thank God, Benge is bloody Republic of Ireland, because if he was AFCON, he was gone. So
Yeah.
it's
I was
going to
gonna
hurt us a
say.
little bit. A few players might be
I
going,
know,
but it's not
yeah.
going to hurt us too much. But January, we're going to assess it,
Yeah.
see who we've got, see
Mhm.
what's there. But yeah, man, it's totally right. We need a striker. I totally agree.
I
We're
mean,
not firing.
I'm gonna get
We're not
six-
firing.
one of
We're not scoring as many goals as we should have because we ain't got the strikers there. The potent striker, as we call it, the one that snatches goals. You know, the real poacher. That's what we need. And I agree with Manny totally. Strikers needed.
it's going to
You
weaken
shouldn't
us
have
when
to
we
come
lose
in
in
quick.
Bomo. You know, and Bomo's going to go to the AFCON.
Yeah, but you have got Tony coming back, and you have got
Well, yeah,
and you got
maybe coming back.
Mapai and Mapai, yeah. So
Mope.
Are you-
yeah, Mapai. So
Um,
you've still got strikers there. We've got strikers that are not firing. So I agree with Manny that a striker will be needed.
Yeah,
Unless by miraculously our strikers we have got start firing goals. If our strikers start firing goals, then we can look different. We can look further if our strikers start scoring goals. If our strikers don't start scoring goals, we need a striker. But if they like I said, if they score banging goals, happy days. But at the moment, strikers definitely
Click
needed.
the link. I shared it on the chat, guys. Do you want to
oh
quickly
yeah, I
see
see
it?
it. Yeah, I see it on here. Yeah, I saw it in there,
You
mate. Yeah,
Have a quick look.
yeah, and on the
You-
private one, isn't it?
You don't have
Private
to watch
chat.
the replay. It'll
Yeah,
take
yeah.
like 10 seconds. Just check it. He's a right back as well. He's not even a striker or midfielder. Though I think he can play midfield if required.
Can I go and watch this while I'm on here? Because I'll go off of here, won't I? If I watch it on here.
No, I think
If
you're
you
right.
open it in a new-
I think you're open your tab.
a new tab, that's it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You can have a look as
Okay.
well, Stepsy. Maybe Manny if you got more tabs open without the pun. If
Yeah,
tabs
yeah, I
happen.
can
Yeah.
see it. Right. Yeah, I can see it here now.
Yeah.
I just hope this Federico DeMarco.
Oh yeah, good goal. Good goal. Whether it's as good as Kane's, I don't know. But Kane's
I
was.
think it's better. You know why? Because it's
Why?
diagonal as well, right on the throwing line. And he didn't
Oh,
have that
yeah.
much time to think. You see with
Good
Kane
goal,
in
but
it.
it's Portuguese
It's
league.
like
It's not
when you have-
exactly the greatest
Yeah.
league in the world, is it?
Farmers League, yeah.
No, not quite.
Yeah.
Not quite French league.
No, that was that Italian, wasn't it? I thought
Close.
it was Italian.
Close.
Better than England.
Yeah.
Careful.
Telling you.
Careful.
See England, bruv. You-
Careful.
City,
Careful.
City.
Careful.
Gets boring.
Careful. Careful.
Slow down.
Careful.
That's it. Careful. Careful.
Yeah, anyway,
Ban him. Image England ban him.
Second,
anyway,
it's so
just getting back to this.
we need some team.
Yeah.
I mean, either of our teams or whoever just need to save the league and stop City at least once. Because if 5 in a row happens, we are the next Farmers League. Come on, you guys know it as
Never.
well. Don't deny it.
Never. We got too much money in our league.
I said if 5 happens,
There's
like
no
you're
way-
telling
there's
me,
no
City,
our league-
if
our
City
league-
win
our league-
5 in a row, you're saying
Our
we're not
league's the best
Farmers
in the
League.
world. It will-
Come on, man.
The Premier League's the best in the world. It always will be the best in the world.
Who? No,
I
it
still
won't.
think the Premier League is the best league in the world. It will always be the best in the world.
Yeah. You can't
Just 'cause
always
it's
say
us.
it is, but
It don't mean
at times
necessarily.
it's amazing. It
Premier
can
League
be
is never,
so like-
Premier League will always
yes,
survive
sir.
as the best league in the world. So that's not. I mean, you see
There is
now
room for
more.
redemption.
You see more TV companies
It's
wanting to
happened.
get into the Premier League now. You see DAZN want to get in the Premier League. ESPN want to get in the Premier
no.
League.
Ask any
Amazon
Saudi
Prime-
American
Amazon
player.
Prime-
His name is
Look,
Assam.
look, it's simple. It's simple. More TV companies want rights to the Premier League, right? 7 teams are battling for the next 26 to 28, 2016 to 2018 to be
Amazon.
the next big club, next big company to.
You
get
do
rights
know
to
it's
the
a
Premier League.
stepping stone, right? If you're a big player,
Amazon are
if you're in a
trying
big
to.
club.
Amazon are getting more
I
games.
don't know.
Trying to get more games.
Big players don't go to small clubs, but small clubs get youth players in
Nah,
that
I'm talking
go
about
to big
Barca and
clubs.
Madrid, bro.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. If you look
A lot
at
of
players like Coutinho, other ones we've had in the past, I think even Fabregas to a point. Let's see if Manny seconds that. The aim was always Barcelona or Real Madrid. And that's historical.
Fabregas,
And it's still happening even now. And I'm not
Yeah.
saying La Liga is better than the Prem. No way. I still think Prem's better than La Liga. But you see my point. about sometimes how it can be a
Prem will
stepping
always
stone.
be the better league because of one reason is the TV money and the TV money and the money that
And
gets
La
pumped into
Liga,
the
yeah.
league
All about that, mate. All about that.
absolutely extraordinary
Yeah.
money. That's why the Premier League
about
is
that.
5 because the money that the TV companies give to the Premier League is extraordinary billions of pounds. And it's extraordinary
sit
money.
the
And
players
that's
from
why the
now-
Premier League will always be the best in the league.
Yeah.
Until the money stops, there will be no other team, there will no other league to compete with it. The money in the Premier League is extraordinary.
It is.
But you see,
Exactly.
money don't dictate everything.
And you think
Incredible.
about that money that's stitched out
Takes
to
a lot.
every Premiership
Not
club
everything.
that they get on TV, it's extraordinary money as well. So you got to
Yeah,
think while the money's being pumped in the Premier League, it's going to be the best league in the world.
It's a
If the money
monopoly.
ever dries up, if the money
You've
ever
got to
dries
take that
up,
into
if the
consideration
money
as
ever
well.
dries up, it's open season for every league. If the money dries up, it's open season for every league. But while the money's being pumped in the Premier League, it will always be the best league in the world.
But the thing is, the big teams got monopoly
Years from now,
still.
we'll be sitting there.
City,
Do 6 in a
I'm
row.
not saying
It's
Portuguese
not-
league or the league is bad because they've got some great players in it,
yeah.
but it's not covered as much as the Premier League is.
I still think Portugal better than France, but it's not in the convo.
Oh,
of the
anyone's better than France. Fucking hell,
It's obviously better.
France is bottom of the fucking gender for top league.
Yeah, but also, by the way, you're getting these want to do the Super League.
Yeah.
That's still being brought up about the big teams
Yeah, but
breaking
the
away.
Premier League, but hold on, but
And
no
it's top teams,
fan,
you know.
no fan in the Premier League teams will ever allow us to break away to that.
No,
Never. No,
'Cause
never.
it'd be us in our own league, and then the big
No, it's
teams
not going to
like
happen.
United,
Premier
City,
League have already said that won't happen. They
Arsenal,
stumped it out, and the fans have already stumped it out.
Liverpool.
The only teams that want to do
Yeah.
it are the pissing Spanish league and the Italian leagues because they're fucking shit out of luck because they're shit.
Mm.
They can't compete. We can. We
So you'd
already
rather
said it.
West London derby than a Milan derby, like say Brentford QPR. If you're a neutral fan,
QPR? That's not derby.
A £250 of rubbish.
nah, West
well, yeah.
London.
Anyway.
No,
Or
that's
Luton
rubbish.
Watford. Would you rather Luton Watford or a Roma Milan
M1 derby.
Like,
M1
be real,
derby.
come on.
M1 derby.
Tell me.
M1 derby.
Our
This
closest derby is
guy.
Fulham. Fulham is our, what's it, West
yeah,
London?
Chelsea and Fulham. Yeah.
Is in Fulham, Chelsea.
No, Brentford.
Yeah,
are
derby.
they?
Oh, yeah,
Brentford
you've
and
got
Fulham.
Yeah.
That's QPR's.
Mm.
They're down in it. Shepherd's Bush.
Fucking hell, come on. There's only got you could cross the you could cross the Thames to get to Chelsea Fulham. You use a boat. It's quite easy. Fuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's that?
Anyway, has anyone got anything
I
more to
said
say
you could
about
use a
this?
boat to get across the Chelsea Fulham because they're only separated by the Thames.
As I
It's
say,
not
I
the
think
same.
Luton are going to stay up. I'm going to go with that. And I'm going to sort of like, I'll stick at Burnley, Sheffield United down
And
with,
Bournemouth.
yeah, probably Bournemouth.
No, Bournemouth are looking really good. They've
No, fuck off.
wait-
They had a couple of wins. They're still shit.
look, you know-
Wait till we play them. Wait till we play them. We'll show them
No,
exactly.
listen. People were willing
but you
to,
can
start to say that Iriola is effectively a dead man walking, and they
Yeah,
were.
still
I think it
is.
was you, Mr.
Still is,
who were
isn't it?
talking about. Listen, it was a good time to play
result don't
Newcastle.
mean nothing. One score, one good result, that means nothing.
Yeah.
You don't
No, I
carry
mean, it may
on.
not mean it may not mean nothing yet. But look, I mean, you've obviously got to you got to beat the teams that are up against you, and Bournemouth deserve credit. I mean, whatever they tried, it worked well against the Newcastle team that looked a little bit depleted. It looked a bit fatigued.
They were weak. They were weak as well. They were weak.
If it weren't for Nick Pope, the result would have been even worse. Although he probably should have done better for the first goal from Solanke,
definitely.
which he
Definitely.
conceded as near post. But they looked so flat. It was it almost begged belief, really. And
Newcastle were weak. They were weak side. They were a weak side.
Depleted, lost their best players, a lot of their best players out. So,
You think so?
but saying that, they
They
still
don't
but
have
listen,
I
that's
told you,
still
they ain't winning that game.
that's still no excuse in the that's still no excuse in the Premier League.
I still think goal difference is going to play a factor, and our point against Liverpool is going to be a
I
pressure
still
point.
think Sheffield have won anyway.
I still think the points we picked up against
thought we'd
Liverpool
concede.
will be a pressure point. That'll be a pressure point, and goal difference will be a factor because goals are shipping in for these other clubs, and we're not letting many goals in.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But like Ben said, yeah, okay, we've got good defence and we're not shooting goals, but we need to score goals to stay in the Premier League. Yeah, totally agree. Goals make goals,
Yeah.
goals get you points. Goals get you points. Simple.
Yeah, as long as if Bournemouth start to tighten up their defence with the return of Lloyd Kelly and Neto, among others, who were solid against Newcastle, and they start to play a little bit better, they will climb up the table. And the presence of Solanke up front and someone like Philip Billing, I mean, that will make a difference. Mark my words.
I still think if we keep the defence that we've got, bring the few players back that are injured, and we get a striker in January, I think we'll climb up the table. I hope at the moment what we've got will keep us in touching distance, and then in January we can reassess again. But like I said, January is going to be tough to get anyone in. But if we're going to put our money where our mouth is with the money we got from going up. Yeah. We're going to have to put a little bit of money in to get a player. And
you do realize, Stepsy, staying up is a bigger fairy tale than you coming up. Sure, you agree with that.
He's all about staying up is a bigger fairy tale than coming up.
If you stay up,
if we stay up, the story's complete. If we stay up, you say we went all the way from the non-league to the Premier League and we stayed up.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's
book done. Book done.
Yeah.
You're not
if we go down, if we go down, you say, yeah, Luton was too big for the Premier League. They've gone back down. If we stay up, book complete.
You don't want to be a yo-yo team like Norwich or whatever.
No, don't be a yo-yo team. I don't care. I just want us to compete, and if we go down, I want us to be in touch to staying up.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what now. Us needing to win to stay up. For the last game of the season, us to win to stay up. I'll take that. Right now, I'll take that. We need to win to stay up. No point. What we want to do. We need to win to stay up. I'll take that.
To be fair, I give it to you guys. You've already defied the odds because people, including myself, were tipping you to be the next Derby, mate. But you've at least done that bit, so you ticked it off.
We need 5 points to eclipse Derby's.
You'll be right. You can do a Derby. It's fine.
We can't do a Derby. Problem people fail to realise is when Derby went up, Derby were in a shit street. There's so many problems off the field. It was unbelievable. Derby. I remember seeing them in the Premier League. I remember them seeing in the Premier League. They got 11 points and went down, but they were such a club in disarray. It was unbelievable how they managed to get 11 points even because they were so poor.
Frank there, didn't they? Old Frankie.
It was a broken club. Derby were in the Premier League. It was broken, so bad beyond repair. It was unbelievable how they got 11 points. To me, is still astounding. But we're not a broken club. We are stable and we are competing.
Yeah.
We can't not get more than 11 points. We have to get more than 11 points. I can't see it's not getting more than 11 points.
Robbie Edward.
Edwards. Exactly what we need. More to attack. Look at the back. More attack. Luton are in the Premier League.
Yeah. Before I go on to the last subject,
we're improving. Every game we're improving. We're still learning the Premier League. It's an adventure, and as soon as it starts scoring goals, the points will come.
Best away days, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Before I go on to the last topic, guys, I'm going to go round you all and want to hear who you're going to say is going to go down the 3 teams and staying up. So you, Stephen, I know you said something about Bournemouth with what?
Sheffield United, Burnley, Bournemouth.
Yeah.
Sheffield United, Bournemouth. I would have said Everton at the start of the season, but they're picking up points now. So Sheffield United, Burnley, Bournemouth for me.
You Manny? What's your 3?
I hope Steve is right.
I'll have to go with Sheffield United and Burnley unless they can get their act together. But instead of Bournemouth, I'm going to go with Fulham.
Oh, yeah, they're down, aren't they? They're not scoring. Yeah, I forgot about them. They're not scoring goals, are they? Yeah, they're not scoring. They're not scoring goals. They got a goal score. They're not scoring goals. That's a good shout.
When Mitrovic went, that was it for them, wasn't it?
They got Marco Silva, Super Marco Silva.
Yeah, that don't mean nothing.
Whatever.
You still need a good striker.
Oh, that's a good shout. It's a good shout.
Yeah, they lost Mitrovic.
Yeah, because Fulham ain't scoring goals.
Mitrovic, when he went, that was it.
They've
Yeah,
got
they're
enough
not scoring
stuff,
goals.
though.
They brought
Still.
Nunez in from Wolves, and he ain't doing nothing. So man's got a good,
No.
good shout there. Yeah, they're not scoring goals.
Decordova
Yeah.
Reed's all right.
Damn, that's a good shout.
Yeah, Deacon Reed, yeah, he's good. But
Mm.
yeah,
So what's Manny's one? Fulham.
what about old William? He's doing
Hey,
well
William,
there, actually.
I'll tell you
William,
what.
isn't
Yeah.
Don't Reed wouldn't even get in the Luton squad. He's shit.
he? You'd probably take him though, wouldn't you?
Fuck no, no, we wouldn't. No chance. Yeah,
If he come on a free, you'd have him, wouldn't you? On a
no,
free.
See, that's what I call smoking butch.
no. I won't take him. No, I won't take him because his wages, the wages he's on, is fucking stupid and he's fucking crap.
Yeah.
His work
Yeah.
rate is atrocious. His work rate is poor.
Who?
Yeah. Would you
Who's
take
this you're
William?
talking about?
Would you have William?
Willian.
Willian?
Yeah, I'll
Bruv,
probably
come
take
on,
him. I'll probably
William's
take
a
him for a
baller.
6 month. I'll give Willian a 6-month contract because he's probably
It's okay. He needs to
Yeah.
educate his kids in London, so it's fine. We'll give him that. Give him a bypass.
He's doing better than
Last
he did at
season was
Arsenal,
banging.
William, isn't he? Let's
So
be
he was
honest.
banging.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Oh,
no,
yeah, and I'll
no,
tell
hold
you-
on, hold on a
I'll-
minute. We're doing better than Fulham and Arsenal because he's a shitter squad than Arsenal. Arsenal were a good club, and he didn't stand out. Fulham, who are a shit club, he stands out.
Hey,
Yeah,
did you
man.
see that banger though? He scored against Chelsea last season.
I don't care what he
Home
scored.
as well
Yeah.
when they won. It was a
I don't
winner.
care the
They
afro.
won
that
The
game,
afro. He's
2-1.
got a big afro. I don't care.
Yeah, but facts are facts, innit?
You're a
Yeah,
hard
seriously.
man to please,
Yeah,
Stepsy.
facts are facts, but the facts don't win you the Premier League, do they? Like I said, hold on. All these people say, "Oh, Luton did have no possession." Fuck possession. That don't score your goals. Back of the net does.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So Manny, you were saying Fulham, Sheffield United, and Burnley, yeah, to go down.
Yep.
I mean, that's a good shout.
what about
I'll
you,
tell you
Arnie?
what, that Fulham's a good shout. I forgot about them. Good shout.
Who are you going for, Arnie, to go down?
So, like I said, I hope Stepsy's predictions come true.
Mm.
Stephen, I'm with you, but unfortunately, I don't see it. As much as I'd love you guys to stay up, I just don't see it, unfortunately. So I'm gonna say Luton. Sheffield, obviously, they're gone as well, and Forest.
Oh, I definitely don't agree with Forest. And Luton, to be honest. I don't agree
I
with
like
that.
Forest as well, innit? So
I'll tell you what.
I hope I'm
Tell you what,
there.
this is a good session, right? We do this now. We'll do this now, and then when January's gone, and we've got the players winning, then we can
Yeah.
go again.
We can revisit
Oh,
it. Yeah.
Yeah, revisit after
Like
January
I
when
said,
all
We
the
see what the table's like then.
when February the 1st comes around, when the Premier League's shut, we can go again.
The only team I hope I'm right about is Sheffield because I want them gone, obviously. So I hope Forest and
Yeah.
Luton don't go.
So yeah, so
I
at the
hope-
moment we can do our
I
team
don't
now,
want to
and
go.
then in January,
Oh.
in February when the transfer
Let's
window
see.
shut, we
Yeah.
can revisit it. I mean that's good.
Yeah.
Good. What we're doing is
I'll-
good.
Are we? Oh yeah,
Well,
Steve, you're
go
gonna
on,
move on
feel
to the
free.
last one. We doing title
Yeah,
winners or
moving
not?
on to this last subject now. And
No, it's
that's
me.
Ollie
You're
Watkins.
free. You're free. You didn't say you're free.
Sorry, what?
Mm.
Oh,
What's your
fine. Yeah. It's definitely Burnley, Sheffield United, and trying to think. Maybe Fulham. I'll go with Fulham as well.
You as
'Cause
well.
they're dropping like a
You
stone,
sure
you
it's
know.
not the rivalry in you, yeah?
Yeah, 'cause I thought Bournemouth at one stage, but they might just pick up and do something. I don't know.
Yeah. If anything, you'd think them.
If they get a new manager as well, Bournemouth, I think they could do something, you know.
And they
No,
got Michael B.
don't-
Jordan as a stakeholder.
Don't underestimate the impact of that win over Newcastle. I think Iraola is now starting to learn quickly on the job, and
I think that's
he'll
a
get the
one-off,
team
man.
performing well.
It's a one-off, mate.
If they're
We'll
fucking
see-
done-
we'll see what happens. Their next game is against Sheffield United. I wouldn't be
Well-
surprised if the Cherries took it seriously and beat them.
And
Well-
Newcastle are knackered as well from Germany.
Yeah, but they were depleted as well. So yeah, you know, I know you have to beat what's in front of you, but you know, I mean, they were weakened, Newcastle. You can't get over that they were weakened and easier to play. So, but anyway, that's my three I'm going with. But Yeah, on this last subject, Ollie Watkins on hot form, which he is for Villa, breaks the record and could be what England need too.
No.
So, what's the for the people? What do you
Ollie
not make
Watkins,
of that?
right? Is a dive in the rough that was at Brentford and moved to Villa. Scores goals for fun for Villa, but I think
Brentford, brilliant.
what Watkins needs is to move to a bigger club and see what he can produce when he's with a bigger club. See if he stands out like Man City or an Arsenal or Liverpool.
Yeah, Villa are quite a big team.
Villa could challenge.
Just where he stands
They're
out.
getting back to being a big
He stands
club.
out, Villa, because he's a great player. But I want to see him at a big club. See if he can keep a place with a big club. Keep competing for teams. Competing with the Nunez's, the Salahs, the Haalands of the league. Move to a big club. If you can compete in that league, then he could be a good call up for England. But he needs to compete. He needs to go to a big club and see if he can keep his place in a big club. Because Watkins at Villa is a nailed on place. If he goes to a big club, is he nailed on for a place on their side? Is he?
Yeah.
Stand out Villa? Would he stand out Liverpool? Would he stand out Man City? Would he stand out Chelsea? Would he?
Yeah.
He got a
broke,
feet.
and also he broke that record for 5. Was it first man to score 5 consecutive games? I believe.
But I still think he's got to beat Vardy's record. Didn't Vardy score 11 goals in his first 11 games?
I don't know, but that's obviously when, but they're no longer in the Premiership.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. It's still a fucking record, Steve. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Vardy scored 11 goals in the Premier League consecutively.
Yeah. Vardy, I'd start Vardy even now over Watkins. That's me though.
No. That's pushing the boat a little bit too far.
I think he's finished, mate.
But no.
You need
I'll
the
take
party,
his wife over Vardy.
Vardy's record still stands in the Premier League. So.
I'd have Vardy's wife playing rather than him. I think Vardy's finished, mate. You know.
He reckons if Leicester go up, he'll do one more run in the Premier League. He reckons.
He could. I don't see why not.
Probably.
As a striker,
Watkins, yeah,
but
great for Villa.
For England,
great,
good.
But if we're going on the subject, Watkins for Villa, brilliant. Yeah, doing the business for him. For England, maybe a bit too soon.
But Prime Vardy is better than Prime Watkins. Agree or not?
Oh, I don't know. I can't.
Yeah,
Prime,
both different eras.
Prime.
You
Look at him in his prime, bro.
You got to remember, football evolves. Football evolves year in, year out. It evolves, and you can't put them in the same bracket. Football evolves every year, every season. It evolves. Different rules.
And Watkins is sort of like he's coming up to his prime of his years, where Vardy's had his prime.
Football evolves, and players come and go, and better players, different rules, different fucking different skills. You can't put them in the same league. But yeah, Prime Vardy and Prime Watkins, I'll probably put them at the same stall at the moment because football evolves. So it's hard to say, but your opinion, opinion's valid. If you think Vardy's better than Watkins, fair play to you.
Yeah.
I can't compare the two. I really can't. But Arnie's entitled to it. If Vardy thinks Vardy's better than Watkins in his prime, fair play to him. There's an opinion.
Yeah. I think for this moment in time, I'd take Watkins over Vardy because Vardy's had his time,
Only because you got a soft spot because he used to play for Brentford.
He was great for us, but I still would say I would have him back right now, mate, at Brentford. I
think anyone would have Watkins, to be fair. The form he's in.
The way he's going. We need a good goal scorer again.
But like I said, anyone who have Watkins at the moment, anyone who have Watkins the form he's in. But like I said, if he goes to a big club, would he be nailed a place? You can't.
You know what? If anything, Tony
gets
a shot, man.
You can't say he could nail a place, but you got to put the other corner of the coin. Can he nail a place in the top side?
Yeah, with Arsenal taking.
I'm going to answer your question now. I'm going to answer your question. If you bring him to Arsenal, it's bye-bye Eddie Nketiah and bye-bye Gabriel Jesus. The only problem is Unai Emery will let neither him nor Douglas Luiz leave, especially given the way they're playing this season. And if they go on to win big things,
I was going to say at the moment, Watkins is loving life at Villa because they're up fighting for a Champions League spot, aren't they?
You bet.
So at the moment,
You
you
bet.
can't
You
say
bet.
he's going to leave
bet.
anyway. But
What happened with
Nketiah,
Leicester, given the Vardy?
Why does Nketiah find his way into your fucking mouth? Nketiah is rubbish.
Yeah, I know. And of course, with a Leicester connection, when they won the league in 2016, the biggest mistake they made was allowing several of their better players to go on to be sold. How they could think of selling N'Golo Kante and others will always be a mystery, because you saw them sink like a stone. To be fair, they did reach the quarterfinals of the Champions League and could have made it to the semi-finals. But you get the feeling that as well as they did after Ranieri, with Brendan Rodgers winning the FA Cup and nearly getting to the Champions League, they just weren't quite the same as they were under Ranieri that season. So it could very well be that if Villa gets success, achieve a lot of success this season, several of their players are going to be very, very hotly demanded.
Yeah.
But you know, the problem is, I mean, if Unai Emery has any, courage, he will make sure that he tells the board that none of his stars are going to be sold. He certainly wouldn't mind letting go a few of the fringe players who aren't really. Of course not. Of course not. Yeah. Because Arsenal screwed him over. Why would he? Why would he? You know, allow himself to be mucked over again?
Yeah.
No chance.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, he
Screwed
would demand no one goes to Arsenal. He would demand no one goes to Arsenal. He would demand that.
No.
And there's talk on Twitter about the possibility of a cash plus Emile Smith-Rowe deal for Douglas Luiz. Villa should say no.
I rate Smith-Rowe though.
Injuries have not been his friend. That's the problem.
McGinn's playing better.
When Smith-Rowe's on form, he is a good player.
Yeah,
McGinn's on shit hot form at the moment.
All rumours.
He is.
See what happens in January. We'll see what happens at the end of the season. All speculation at the moment. But yeah, I agree with Manny. He demand that none of his players get sold. Definitely, 100%. I agree with that.
You bet.
Totally agree with that.
I mean, do you think he'd do well for England though as well? Do you think he could take over?
I think it's too soon.
Listen. Let's take a look over here, because normally, whenever Kane normally starts each and every game, and it's Marcus Rashford who comes on in place for him. And you know, when you take a look at Rashford and Kane, I mean, they're a similar build, even if they're not similar players. But Watkins offers something different that neither Kane nor Rashford can at the moment, and that might be a lot to do with. He's just that sort of a striker who can definitely get into positions perfectly. And with him, England can play two up front. The only problem is, with Southgate at the helm, Kane is his blue-eyed boy. So it's always going to be one up front, three attacking midfielders, the 4-2-3-1 formation. And, I love seeing it when it works for Arsenal, but for England, sometimes it's just one way of playing. Just lump it forward to Keane. And it's sort of a throwback to the days of the 90s when we had Alan Shearer up front. We lumped it onto his head all the time, and it was mostly boring football. Then, of course, we had Owen and Rooney coming and playing up front, and all was rosy in the garden. Yeah. Now we're back to one striker. I think for Watkins to really have a real impact with England, Gareth Southgate will have to leave. And then we'll get a new coach who will go back to basics and make sure he has two quality strikers up front. I don't know how long Kane can continue. I think he might possibly try for a final World Cup, by which time he will have earned 100 caps and scored 60 or 70 goals for England, and then he'll retire after that. But Watkins certainly has his chances.
I don't think I can compete Rashford with Watkins, because I think Rashford's not a striker, because Watkins is a striker. So he could get into the England squad if Gareth Southgate goes 4-4-2 or 4-3-3 sort of thing. He could get in the squad, but Rashford's a wide man for me.
Yeah, but with regard to Watkins, you said he's a striker, so he can only play if it's a 2 up front. If it's a 4-3-3,
he don't play 2 up front, does he?
If it's a 4-3-3, it will be Kane with I think Grealish and Saka on one side, or Foden and Saka on one side. And that's the way it would work. So Watkins wouldn't get a shout in. So Yeah, so Watkins is going to have to bide his time and wait for Southgate to leave, and then the next manager will certainly look to try to give him a chance. And yeah, well done to Ezri Konsa, his club teammate, for also getting into the squad. I don't think he will get much game time.
Yeah, Konsa? I didn't know Konsa was in the squad.
Yeah, there have been a few withdrawals, mate. So Konsa and a few Palmer have come in.
No,
I still think, and I said this from day one. I still think Smalling should have Soares in the squad. He's doing great. He's done marvelous at Roma since he's been there.
Yeah, he was shit over here, though, wasn't he?
Yeah, that don't matter. But if he's doing it in Italy, why don't Smalling get another shot in England?
Yeah. How old is he?
It's Southgate.
If that shit Maguire can get in the squad, that hardly plays for Man United, why can't Smalling get in the squad?
Yeah, but listen. I get what you're saying about Tomori, and Tomori will just have to wait for, for Tomori will just have to wait for tomorrow, because by that time tomorrow Southgate will be gone.
Yeah,
you know what they say.
And Tomori's got time on his side.
Yeah, exactly. Tomori is another day, as we would say.
Yes.
Cheers, Tony. Thanks for that, mate. Keep doing the great job. Yeah. Cheers.
Tony.
Yeah, Mr. B, you got the joke. Mr. B, you got the joke, right? Tomorrow is another day.
Yeah, I did get it. Yeah, Manny. Yeah.
So listen, once Southgate goes, we're going to see a lot of the old guard, Maguire, Henderson, and company, given golden farewells. Yeah. Henderson probably might. I think Henderson still has sights on earning maybe 100 caps for England. I don't know if that will necessarily happen. Maybe he'll get a few friendlies, and Tony, always big up to you. And he might get a few friendlies, get his 100th cap, and then it will be bye-bye Geordie. And once we get a new manager, we'll see a lot of new blood coming in, and that means Pickford might also be asked to leave. I'm a bit worried, though, because it means Ramsdale ends up playing for England. It could be between him, Johnston, and Pope. And
doesn't
fill me with confidence.
Okay. So when Southgate goes, who would you like to see in? I've always, my mind, I want Eddie Howe as next England manager. I've always said that he's ruled himself out. He's always said he's ruled himself out. But I'd like to see Eddie Howe in that hot seat.
But Thomas Frank, he'd be England manager.
Fuck, he's German.
He's Danish.
Now listen, we've already had foreign managers before. We had the sex-obsessed Swede. We've had the Sergeant Major Italian. Maybe a more urbane German might be what we need. Not Jurgen Klopp, but maybe Thomas Tuchel.
We can't go German.
Well,
knock it off! No. Our cricket team was coached by an Australian. Our cricket team was coached by an Australian to the World 2020 Championship, and it was an Australian, Trevor Bayliss, who coached us to the ODI World Cup in 2019. So, as far as I'm concerned, as far as I'm concerned, as an England fan, beggars and borrowers cannot be choosers. What do you say, Mr. Jenkins?
I'm pretty sure it's a hill, mate.
I think as long as Southgate goes, that'd be the main thing for me.
Fuck it, I'll rather Mr. B take the hot seat than fucking a German.
Yeah, I'd do a better job, man. I would.
And hopefully we can all...
You'd be the man. I'll take you as a manager.
Hopefully we can all agree. Hopefully we can all agree that as long as Mikel Arteta and the trainers nowhere near in contention, that's perfect.
Yeah, I'll agree. I'll take that. Yeah, all right, yeah. As long as Arteta in contention, I'll take it.
He's not in contention. He shouldn't be in contention. And so,
I mean,
could you imagine that? Could you actually imagine that?
Circus FC.
Yeah, I mean, I probably wouldn't even. I wouldn't even mind having Thomas Tuchel come and manage us.
Actually, that's a good shout. That is a good shout.
Yeah, what, Nagelsmann about him? Or?
Nah, Nagelsmann's busy with Germany. I mean, if they flop, then maybe he'll be out. But look, I mean, I was surprised he got the job with the German team because he was sacked in favor of Tuchel, and there were a lot of rumblings about possible unrest between him and the players. We don't need to possibly have that between the players and this guy. I think Tuchel has managed in the Premiership. He knows many of the players well. He'd be a good fit.
There was rumbling that Southgate was going to leave after the Euros. This is only speculation back then. That Pochettino was part of the England squad. Not now because he's with Chelsea now, but he was touted at one point.
Oh,
not for me. No, not for me. But he was touted at one point.
All about
I don't know. I mean,
when England went out of the World Cup, they're talking about Gareth Southgate might be leading then. And then Pochettino was touted as a possibility because he's out of a
And
job.
Potter as well.
He was out of a job, wasn't he? He had a job.
Potter as well.
Yeah, Potter was. Yeah,
Potter.
but
The problem with Pochettino was that he still isn't quite proven enough for me.
No,
and I mean,
he's touted. I would have him. But
and as far as Potter was concerned, no, that would have been a big no.
Yeah, I think so.
How about Rob Edwards?
Rob Edwards, right? I'll tell you what. Rob Edwards, if he done well with Luton, right, kept Luton up, and then moved on to a big club like an Arsenal, Chelsea, or something, and done a good job there, then he might be in line. But at the moment, he's only his trade in the Premier League. He's nowhere near ready, and he's Welsh as well, which probably won't help him. But if he if he kept Luton up and then moved on and progressed his career and done well with other clubs, you never know. He might get a shot at the English job or even the Wales squad. But no, He needs to prove himself in the Premier League, and then he needs to prove himself at a big club to even be considered for an international job. You need to prove yourself first. I
was actually joking, Stephen. I wasn't.
It's a good shout to say. What do I think of our manager? I'll say he's good, but like I said, you need to learn your trade in the Premier League. Then you need to move on to a bigger club, and if you can see that a bigger club and get the players in the dressing room on your side, playing for you, doing all the business you want them to do, then you might be in contention for the international job. Like Manny said, Pochettino hasn't proven himself yet.
Exactly.
No.
If he did, he might have been touted as the next England manager. He was being talked about. It was never going to happen, but he's being talked about because he was out of a job. But like someone like Rob Edwards might be in line for the England job because he's been in the England setup before. He's worked in the England setup. You never know. He progresses. He could be.
About Gary O'Neill, could he be contemplated as?
Not for me.
No.
He's doing well. He's done well for Bournemouth, and he's doing well for Wolves.
Yeah, but they're small clubs again.
Yeah, mate. No. Let him work his magic with Wolves and earn a nice contract there. Let him continue to learn his trade. No, England needs a proper proven manager, and I think we could all.
The England seat, as everyone knows, is a poison chalice.
Yeah, exactly. Right? It is. It definitely.
You go there. Say O'Neill went there, right? England's manager, right? It could backfire and blow up in his face and ruin his career because he hasn't learned his trade yet. Like May said, let him learn his trade, let him get confident, let him build a squad, let's see what he can do, and then maybe he could be in line for it. But at the moment, it's a poison chalice. You need a strong-minded manager to go in there after Southgate and say, look, right, we're going to freshen this shit up. Let's go and try and go for the next World Cup. But you need a strong personality in there. But England are stupid at this because they don't go for a no man. They go for yes men only, and that's what fucks us up.
Exactly.
The one man
as an Arsenal fan, I can concur.
The one man they should have always had back in the day, the one man they should have always had, and I said this from day one, God rest his soul, they should have Brian Clough in there.
Oh, Clough, yeah. Now, young man, I would have done a good job.
He was the man that could have took England to the World Cup final and won it.
I can just see him, forcing the players to have shredded wheat for breakfast every morning. You remember those advertisements?
Oh yeah.
He was the right man. I swear, he was a character that had the right mentality to take England all the way.
Even
God bless him. God bless him. That green jumper will live long in history.
Yeah.
Leeds don't like him. They never liked him, did they?
Well, you see the Damn United.
Yeah, I know the Damn United.
It was based on a true story. The documentary was broadcasted. Then they brought a film out with the glory man Michael Sheen himself. Yeah, and it was great.
It's brilliant.
Johnny Giles was not a fan of him, and I think Del Boy, who was in the chat earlier, can testify to that.
Well, Don Givens hated him.
Yeah.
Don Givens hated him with a passion. But I tell you what, you could see Brian Clough in that England job with his green jumper.
Yeah. Yeah, coming on the pitch and smacking the fans.
That would have been a great fit for me. I'd love to see him as
Remember when he punched that fan when he came on and he smacked him?
Yeah. I still reckon Brian Clough, in his heyday, he was at Forest, took the England job. That would have been a great fit. I think he won the 98 World Cup.
Yeah.
Could have been, yeah. I mean, you know, it was just a shame that England chose to go with the likes of Ron Greenwood among others. But you know, it is what it is.
Ron Greenwood did prove himself, but he was the yes man as well.
Bobby Robson was
yes man. He was the yes man.
Bobby Robson, God rest his soul, was wonderful. But there is an idea that he never really got the best out of the players at his disposal. John Barnes, in particular, was a wonderful, wonderful talent, and yet he never really was able to, you know, cut it on the international stage.
Against Brazil, and he lived off that, didn't he?
Yeah, wonder goal, wasn't it? That one.
Yeah, but he lived off that.
Yeah, but you know, his rap skills will forever be the stuff of legend.
Oh, yeah. At the same time, swing it back and get to the line.
Anfield rap.
Hurt you, then attack. Go around the back. Catch me if you can, because I'm England man. Great, yeah, that would be this. Yeah, World in Motion. World in Motion, the England 1990 World Cup.
And you mentioned the Anfield rap. He came from Jamaica. His name was John Barnes, and when he did his thing, the crowd would go bananas. And how can he do the Jamaican rap? He was from just south of the Watford Gap. Gave people stick about the North-South divide because the South had the jobs, but the North had the side.
Had the side, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, before we bounce,
because I was thinking about John Barnes. If he'd been the other side of the gap, he might have played for Luton.
He was at Watford, you know, and maybe Luton could have been a shout.
That's what I mean. I said if he'd been the other side of the gap, he might have played for Luton.
Maybe, yeah, but you know, it is.
Well.
Yeah, Watford, Liverpool, Newcastle.
He did. Another of the Liverpool-Newcastle connection, along with the likes of Peter Beardsley, Kevin Keegan, Terry McDermott, and others, and that's a story for another day.
Because you go a long time, didn't you?
Yeah, but
got to get going because this is obviously going on 2 hours now.
Mike Owen.
Yeah. Definitely. But thanks for having us on.
That's all right. I'm going to
pleasure. Thank you very much.
Socials out, guys. Hold on a minute. There are Stephen. Shout socials out, mate.
Me. All right. Usual scenario. Hopefully, I'm going to get some content out. I was going to do a Man United content with a couple of people. A few people pulled out. I tried to get hold of Arrest, but I didn't get him in time. But I'll get more content out. Obviously, then there, Stepsy Hat YT is my YouTube channel. You can catch me on Instagram at Stepsy Boy, and you can catch me on Twitter at Stepsy82.
Yep. Now you, Manny.
Yeah, you can catch me on Instagram and Threads at Manny Thungatherai 1981. You can catch me on Twitter at Thungatherai 1981. Big up to Mr. B for hosting the stream and having me on. Good to be in his company again. Catch me elsewhere on YouTube, Del Boy Gunner TV, Coach's Corner, Oris Talks Football, Tony Claude Gunner TV in the chat. Hope to join him again soon. Also, Danny AFC TV, up the shows in all departments, the Bournemouth Fan Channel, AFC Talk Show TV, Eugene Spurs Asia TV. Also, big up to Northside LDN, who occasionally has people come on some of his streams. He and I have a good, thing going, and I hope to come back on his stream as well again. And just several other streams, channels at the moment that I can't really remember, but all very, very close to my heart. Yeah, the Southern Gooner as well, Matt Odom. Don't forget him. Brilliant. And always enjoy coming on these streams to talk football. And it was a relaxing time over here where we were talking about, back in the day, because, Steve Jenkins and I are old enough to remember a lot of stuff from back in the day, as is our boy Stepsy.
No, I'm quite old as well.
But Mr. B, you're older than me, so you might remember quite a bit more than me.
How old are you, Manny?
42.
Oh, yeah, I am older. Oh.
Year behind you, Manny. I'm a year behind you.
Oh, that's nice. So,
You're too young just compared to me, unfortunately.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Whatever. But listen, we could all agree about how things were back in the day and how things are now. And so one of the things I always stress whenever coming on these streams is the importance of treating people the way you'd like to be treated. If we can't agree to disagree without having being disagreeable, there's no point in having a discussion. So let's keep it respectful, avoid the banter and the snide. We need to treat each other better. It's as simple as that. And so there's nothing much else to say. Enjoy this entire week. Enjoy the sporting action coming up. I know from Thursday across the weekend, it'll be international football. It might not be everyone's cup of tea, but I absolutely love it.
Well, we've already qualified, so at the end of the day, it's just watching it now, isn't it?
Yeah, but still, it's nice to see.
Robinson,
Check
right?
out. Yeah, but listen, we're probably going to see England put out some new, some much changed
Yeah,
teams
that'd be
because
Fingers crossed, fingers crossed.
unless Southgate wants to go for a perfect unbeaten record, I mean, you know, if he
If Tim
overplays
Bowen
Saka
would-
and gets him, if he overplays Bukayo Saka and gets him injured, he's going to have hell to pay. But
yeah, Saka needs to be rested.
yeah,
I think
we've also
he
got
should play
the
Bowen.
yeah,
Bowen.
and of course we've also got the
Get the
Cricket World
bullseye.
Cup semi-finals and finals
That's gonna be
later, a
great.
final
The
later on
cricket-
this week.
The cricket
But,
so far is going to be great.
Yeah. So, but anyway, thanks a lot to everyone who's joined in, everyone in the chat, and take care of yourselves. Be safe, be happy, enjoy your week. Don't do anything that the three of us and Arnie wouldn't do. But for now, it's time for me to bid you all adieu. Cheers, everyone.
Okay, Manny. God bless.
Cheers, pal.
Cheers.
Cheers, buddy. But yeah, it's great. Sorry, I've got to apologise obviously for the start of the show that it was didn't quite work out. The Wi-Fi went off and everything else went wrong, and tried to get on, and of course it was all went Pete's on. But
We got there in the end. We got there in the end. That's
yeah,
all
we
that
got
matters.
there in the end. Yeah, we did, and because obviously, Manny, I see you backstage and you, Stephen. So obviously we can get it started when I wanted it to, but never mind. But I'll shout out a few of my socials and then we're going to bounce. So obviously, Mr. B for I keep forgetting now. What is it? Mr. B for Life 182, and it's going along the bottom there, so I should know it, right? Mr. B Hiver Football Chat, the obviously the channel, and this is obviously my new show that I'm doing every Monday now. So obviously it's going quite well. Well, yeah, apart from the start, but otherwise, yeah, it's been a good debate, I think, this time, and been really good. So obviously I always talk about all the games, and obviously now we've got the international break, so guests can talk about England maybe. If they do anything good, but
There's always discussions, like they said, if they bring out any new players, we could discuss that, can't we?
yeah, obviously the cricket's still going on, as we said,
Yeah,
already said.
That's going to be great this week.
But yeah, I think Hannah would be happy if South Africa win it, and
I still think India. Not changing my mind.
It seemed they're all the way, I think, to be honest. But
Don't count out Australia. I mean,
I'm
the
not
way
counting out-
Zampa's recovered.
Mate, I'm not kidding about. I'm just saying, I still think India have got it in the bag. I really do.
if Maxwell comes out doing his what's the name, a pirate impression again on one leg and whacks it all around, you know, I mean, pieces of 8 or whatever, but you know, it'll be
like I said, there could be a shock, but I still think it's Indians. But yeah, don't rule anyone out. They're in it to win it.
Yeah. Yeah, but obviously, what I've got, other things I have got coming up will be obviously the preview against Arsenal, a certain Arsenal. We're playing on the 25th. I might even have a certain Lee Gunner possibly coming on the preview.
Yeah. And Ollie, Manny.
Gunner.
You can Lee Gunner, Ollie, Manny.
Yeah. Well, that'd be a dream one. It'd be a dream team, wouldn't it? But
you can't do that.
But if Lee does come on, that'd be amazing. I've never had him on my channel before. He's magnificent, brilliant guy.
I think you just need to hit him up. Hit him up. He'll be fine, I think.
Yeah, I've asked him, and he said he'd keep in touch. He's not sure yet because obviously he's busy. You know, he's a busy man. So
you got Manny and Ollie
though. But
you got Manny and Ollie.
Yeah. I'm dropping down a level having you. No, sorry, mate. I'm joking. But you know, if Lee does come on, that'd be an amazing scoop to get him on. Incredible. But obviously that's not till obviously after the international break, so 24th. That'll be. So if you're available, Manny, you can jump on, mate, as well. You want to come on the preview?
He'll wait time.
Yeah, and you, Stephen, I might let you come on, possibly.
Yeah,
I'll let you know.
I'm watching what hair I've got.
Yeah, that's all right, man. You just let me know, mate, if you're available or not. That's fine, yeah. But anyway, I'm not going to waffle on any much longer now. So, anyway, keep smashing the likes and keep subscribing. I'm up to 68 now.
Oh,
so
brilliant!
It's going well. It's going up onwards and upwards. So I'm hoping to get to 100 maybe by the end of the year. Well, even by the end of the month, maybe. But
more streams, more content, more streams will get you there.
Yeah, mate. Yeah. It's all going well, so very happy. And until next time, I may do a watch along for England game. I don't know. Might do if I feel like it for a laugh. Yeah, we may get some other people on, certain people to come on and have a watch along. But we'll see. Anyway, I'll think about that. But anyway, guys, until next time, goodbye.
Cheers, Missy. Cheers, Manny. God bless.